It's time for high school sports on the NCW Life Channel. Today's broadcast of high school sports on the NCW Life Channel is presented by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Confluence Health, Les Schwab Tires, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automocha, JDSA Law, and Weinstein Beverage. Now let's go live for all the action of tonight's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCW Life Channel.
Good evening, football fans. Welcome to Wildcat Stadium. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Grandstrom here on the NCW Life Channel as we bring you live coverage of the Eastmont Wildcats and the Moses Lake Chiefs. Hard to believe, 1st of November is already here, Grant.
It is hard to believe, isn't it? Just a couple of weeks left of the regular season, but boy, weather-wise, we were talking a little bit ago, this is perfect weather for football. It really is, not bad.
Now, you've got two teams going the opposite direction. You've got the 7-1 Eastmont Wildcats with a chance maybe at a district championship next week, and meanwhile, Moses Lake 0-8 on the season. But Grant, Buster Douglas comes to mind, and some of those big upsets, you can never overlook anybody, especially in the Big Nine.
Or what was the college game, Appalachian State and Michigan a few years back. You know what happens, Eric? It really does. These are high school-age kids, and this is sport, so anything can happen, but this isn't the year Moses Lake thought they would have, and I don't think we expected this year for Moses Lake either. 0-8 coming into this one, winless in the Big Nine. They're a hungry football team, and we were talking earlier as well. This is a proud high school sports program, and they don't like being 0-8, that's for sure.
Definitely not. And I'll tell you what, they've got some athletes. Logan Spurline, who's their quarterback, is an athlete all the way through and through. Many sport athlete, as a matter of fact. And Lorenz Thomas, I'll tell you what, this kid's quick. Yeah. He's elusive, and you just can't take your eye off number one.
He's so athletic. He's been starting in both basketball and football since he was a freshman. Now he's a junior, so that's a kid to watch in this game. Very athletic.
Now, if you're the Eastmont Wildcats, I mean, you've been living on the running game. What is it? 2,300 yards and rushing with a four-headed attack between Tally and Popoff and Ruffins and Keys. You got to stick with that, right?
Well, you have to. You got to stick now with what got you here. They might mix a few passes in tonight, but I don't expect them delineating or going away from what they've done all year long, and that has been an amazing rushing attack.
If you're Eastmont, get in, get up, get out, get to next week, and get ready for Wenatchee.
And you can't think past tonight. Nope. That's the thing. We talked about that a little bit ago, but you can't do that thinking about next week. I know it's going to be hard for both teams, Wenatchee and Eastmont, but I think Eastmont will probably take care of business here tonight.
We're going to come back and talk with Michael Don, head coach of the Eastmont Wildcats. Also, a guy who's had a great year at linebacker, Jeremy Gregerson, going to join us here on the pregame show as we get ready for Moses Lake and Eastmont coming your way. Are you ready for some football? We are. Join us here on the NCW Life Channel.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly, sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. You know, we've been helping keep folks safe on the road around here since 1952. That's why you can save up to $152 on a set of 4 select light truck and SUV tires during our fall tire sale. All with a service you deserve, but just don't find other places. Swing by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Pregame show continues here on the NCW Life Channel, talking with Michael Don, head coach of the Eastmont Wildcats. Well, Coach, you bounced back last week. First of all, talk about how happy you are that the kids were able to just go on the road and get a good victory.
Oh, it was good. We went on the road, and offensively we were clicking. Rolled, just got a lot of yards whenever we wanted to. We were able to run the ball, throw the ball a little bit. It was good to see the kids fly around, bounce back, play with some confidence, and we had a lot of fun down there.
I was talking with Austin here last week about your kind of triple barrel approach on the running game. Do you care who gets the ball? It just seems no matter who you hand it off to, they're getting some yardage for you.
Yeah, no, we really don't. We got 4 guys that really divvy up the carries. Carson Talley gets a little bit more than everyone else. He's the little bit of the workhorse, but Austin, I think, has 75 carries this year. And then if you combine our freshman and sophomore, Austin and Corbin, they have like 68 carries. So it's pretty balanced out. A lot of guys get touches. Nobody has more than 9 touchdowns on the year. Everybody gets their opportunity to carry the ball and do what they're able to do. And it's hard to defend when you don't know who's going to get it.
Let's talk about Moses Lake. Obviously, I've been able to watch them on film a lot. They've had some challenges this year, a couple of different quarterbacks playing, and they've given the ball away more than anybody else in the league. You expect to be able to just do what you guys do here tonight?
Yeah, that's kind of the goal every week. We try not to get too crazy with it, and anytime I try to get too fancy, we end up screwing it up. So I got to get out of my own way and just do what we do well and play football and do it the way we've been taught and the way we've been doing it all year. And we expect to go out and get their best effort, though, because their kids are playing for pride, not having the best year, but they've hung in games here and there. That Wenatchee game, they were tough till halftime and then kind of got pulled away from at the end. And you can't let teams hang around, so we need to go out and take care of business early and not overlook them. That's why we're prepping just Moses Lake this week. It'd be really easy to look ahead and do other things, but our kids are focused on the task at hand, and they've done a great job of that this week.
Well, best of luck here tonight. Keep everybody healthy. That's the most important thing, and we'll talk to you afterwards.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, there you go. Michael Don joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back with the player interview coming up next here on the NCW Life channel.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Pregame show continues here on the NCW Life channel. Eastmont's Jeremy Gregerson joining us now, linebacker for the Eastmont Wildcats. Jeremy, you guys had a little trip up here a couple weeks ago, but you bounced back nicely last week. Talk about the focus as you guys, was it a determination? Was it you guys were mad? What was it that helped you get over that hump last week?
I think basically after the loss, we weren't really used to that, but we just started to focus a little bit harder in practice. We didn't really have the greatest week of practice against Sunnyside, so we just tried to focus a little bit harder against Ike.
This game, tonight, Moses Lake, on paper, they're winless. They're towards the bottom of the league in offense and defense and things like that. But how do you get yourself up knowing that, at least on paper, you guys should be able to take care of these guys no problem?
I'm excited for this game on Friday. We get up and we're out here. We're not really worried about anything. We're just focused on Moses this week. We want to put a beating on him, but it's not really what we're thinking about. We're just thinking about trying to get a win, stay good in the league. So
defensively, what is the constant improvement that you guys are looking for, or is it something different each week?
Defensively, we just kind of focus on our team, like the team that we're playing that week. We've had to deal with a lot of injuries lately, but we just keep battling, keep fighting.
Tell me about these pick sixes. You guys have a few of those this year.
I don't know. We just put ourselves in the right places, do our jobs, get the picks, get the touchdowns.
Okay, now your coach says you guys aren't looking ahead to Wenatchee. How do you not? Everything's on the line for that game.
You know, yeah, obviously we think about it a little bit, but we aren't really too worried about it. We're trying to focus on Moses, just keep going, keep playing our game, keep staying focused on Moses.
That's fair. That's fair. So tell me about Jeremy off the football field. What do you like to do with your free time, if you have any?
You know, when I get free time, I like to just hang out with my friends and just vibe.
Okay. So what does that mean? You're watching movies, you playing video games. What do you guys do?
Yeah, we play video games sometimes. We just like to hang out and talk about what's going on in life and stuff. It's just fun times hanging with the boys.
Okay. All right. Talk about girls and that type of thing. Well, it hasn't changed over the years, I'm sure. So what do you want to do after you get done with high school?
I haven't really put a lot of thought into it, but I want to go to a 4-year because I'm doing running start right now. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I mean, just go to a 4-year.
Okay. Well, hey, best of luck tonight, and we'll talk to you afterwards.
Thank you.
All right, Jeremy Gregerson joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and get you the starting lineups. Moses Lake at Eastmont coming up next on the NCW Life channel.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Arrondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
My awesome is being able to share my passion for yoga. I found yoga in my mid-40s to help me kind of de-stress and calm down, and it actually changed my life. Washington Trust believed in me. I felt like, okay, they got my back. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go for it. It actually makes you feel like more brave. I do have a lot of awesome in my life.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
Welcome back once again here to Eastmont's Wildcat Stadium on the campus of Eastmont High School. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Grandstrom here on the NCW Life channel as we get ready for football tonight. Next to the last of the regular season as the 7-1 Eastmont Wildcats take on the 0-8 Moses Lake Chiefs. The captain's about ready to head out to the middle of the field. And Grant, this is a neat gesture for Eastmont. He's on crutches. He's had surgery. Yet going out there, Carson Payne, that offensive defensive lineman that they are sure missing this year.
Oh, man.
Out there
really,
being able to play with them.
You know, you miss a senior leader, too, a 6'1", 235-pounder besides, but he's such a leader and has been for a couple of years now. It is a nice thing to see him out there in the center of the field.
Oscar Calvillo out there along with Wesley McElwain as captains, also captain for the Eastmont Wildcats. Well, he's wearing 92 tonight. We just talked about it, Grant. 52-92, which is going to be Max Frazier wearing 92 out there. And I immediately ran down to the coaching staff when we got here to set up for our pregame. And I said, thank you so much for these jerseys because they're a heck of a lot easier to see than numbers.
Boy, they really are. We're going to have it pretty good tonight. Moses Lake, not bad either.
Well, Eastmont won the toss, elected to defer to the second half. So it looks like the Chiefs might have the football to start this football game. So let's get a look at our starting lineups here on the NCW Life channel. And it's brought to you by TC Slingers, although I'm not seeing my clipboard here that has all of my there it is. Thank you very much. There we go. TC Slingers. If it's rock, bark, sand, or soil, there's no need for wheelbarrows, shovels, or rakes. They'll place the material for you. All right, so the starting lineup on offense for the Moses Lake Chiefs coming in as announced by their head coach, and the coaching staff for the Chiefs is almost longer than the roster for the team. Todd Griffith is the head coach. He's assisted by Jacob Berthoff, Kevin Whittle, Jeff Mullen, Scott Strum, Scott Carr, Jamie DeLeon, Todd Hayes, J.R. Snyder, Ryan Raymond, Kyle, see what I'm telling you? Hannaberg, Brad Bellamy, Andrew Sampson, and Nick Sutherland, and a partridge in a pear tree.
What can go wrong?
Getting it started up front on the offensive line. Here's one of the coolest names I've seen in football, and I hope he has a future as a big-time wrestler. Zeke Naylor. Is one of the offensive tackles, a 5'10", 235-pound junior. Guard Kevin Donovan. The center is Rhodey Raymond. The left guard, Chris Vasquez, and the left tackle, Lucas Christie. The wideouts, Keaton Carmack and Brandon Johnson. In the backfield, Logan Spurline is the quarterback. Moses Garza is the running back. And Lorenz Thomas will start out as a slot. They're going to move him all over the place as we get ready for our kickoff here tonight on the NCW Live Channel. Handing off the kickoff is Jeremy Gregerson, who joined us on our pregame show. Lorenz Thomas back there deep to receive. So we're ready for football tonight on the NCW Live Channel. Low line drive kick will be picked up by Lorenz at the 12. On the 15, fake the handoff. He's going to keep it himself. Look out to the 30, 35, 40. Going to be out towards midfield. Cuts back, and Wesley McElwain finally drops him at the 40-yard line. But we do have a flag down back at the 22.
I think it's coming back, but that's unfortunate. And that is a great example, Eric, of the athleticism that we talked about with Lorenz Thomas in our pregame show. This kid is very talented, and he showed it right there. And a nice fake, too, to get that going.
Absolutely. So we have a illegal block on the return. Yeah. So that'll be our first penalty of the game, Grant. I know you're excited to talk about penalties here this evening.
Well, but that's truly been getting better.
It has been getting better in the broadcast we've done. However, Eastmont, 17 penalties last week in the win over Eisenhower. They cannot continue to be penalized over and over and over again.
You know, they tried their best last week to lose that game in the second half, Eric. Ike put on a ferocious comeback in that game. Eastmont kind of just went to sleep in the second half. So I know Coach Donnie mentioned it to you, Eric, that he wants to get off to a fast start tonight, so we'll see if they do that.
So the penalty will mark it back to the 12-yard line. That's where Moses Lake will have it first and 10. As, again, the quarterback getting the start here tonight for Moses Lake is Logan Spurline, a 6'2", 212-pounder. They list him as a quarterback and a tight end.
You don't see that very often.
And he's a big kid. You look at him back there in the backfield. He is definitely a large one. And then you've got the diminutive Lorenz Thomas out there as well. Moses Garza in the backfield behind him. They're going to turn, hand it to Garza left side. Got a little room over there, but then absolutely driven back at the 15-yard line. Gain of just a couple of 2-3 yards on the first play from scrimmage. Up front defensively for Eastmont, Hunter Moore is a defensive end, along with Dominic Torres. The tackles are Caleb Garcia and Alex Dufour. The cornerback, Spencer Heimbigner, gets the start at corner as they moved Wesley McElwain to the strong safety. Oscar Calvillo on the other side of the corner. They've taken Max Prazer and moved him back as a middle linebacker. The outside linebackers, Logan Schneider and Jeremy Gregerson. Free safety is Apollo Mora. So second down coming up here for Moses Lake from the 15-yard line after a gain of 3. They're going to hand it off to, no, it's the quarterback keeper. He gets it out to the 20, and then he's finally turned around and spun down there just across the 20-yard line. So a couple of positive gains in the first few carries of the ball game. Prazer with a tackle for Eastmont.
I think if first possession on the road, you'll take a 3rd down and 2 on your very first possession. That's a doable down and distance.
Absolutely. So 3rd down, as Grant mentioned, 2 yards to go from the 20 of Moses Lake. As the Chiefs out there trying to find something positive on this season that has definitely not gone the way they wanted. In motion is Lorenz from left to right. Here comes the blitz. The throw over the middle. The ball caught at the 25 and then out near the 30-yard line. Moses Lake going to have the first down on the pitch and catch there. Jackson Purcell, number 22, 6 foot, 185-pound sophomore, came up with the catch. Just an easy little pitch and catch there. And the first connection of the ball game for Spurline is good for a first down.
Height really makes a big difference. You see over the offensive line of a nice, easy, simple play for Moses Lake. Needed 2 yards, got 9 on the play.
So 9-yard gain takes it out to the 29-yard line. Ball right hash mark. 4 receivers in the formation. Eastmont with press coverage on the near side of the field. They'll hand it off, and a dive play right side got out to the 30. And gain of a yard before the ball carrier is stacked up there. Moses Garza on his first carry of the ball game. 5'6", 170-pound senior. Garza came in 11th in the Big Nine in rushing with 329 yards on the season.
Going to be tough going against a very stout Eastmont rushing attack. I mean, their defensive line is some of the biggest players in the Big Nine. They've got a big front four and a pretty stout defense. I think coming in number 2 in the Big Nine so far this season.
The wide receivers, 3 to the far side of the field to the left. 1 near right is Brandon Johnson, their lead receiver. Little pitch play. Lorenz around the corner. Got blockers up the near sideline to the 50, 45, 40, and then finally knocked out of bounds at the Eastmont 35 or 4-yard line. Big gain around the right side on the pitch to the scat back, Lorenz Thomas, and a first down for Moses Lake.
I love that fake up the middle to Garza and then the quick pitch to Thomas, an option look, and I like the whole setup of that play. Well done by Moses Lake, and they had the blocking on the right side to really pull it off.
36 yards on that play around the right side to the Eastmont 34-yard line. First down and 10 for the Chiefs here. Ball right hash mark. Again, it's Logan Spurline, the quarterback. He'll send a man in motion, hand it to him. No, he'll keep it himself. And that little quick gainer is good for a couple, 2-3 yards. And if you're the Chiefs, absolutely, I'll take 3 yards in a cloud of dust any time.
Well, they're going to give him about 4, and I think it was Everett Ashley in there, Eric, that time, just taking it right up the middle, number 13.
Oh, it was. Okay, so they're rotating in their quarterbacks as Ashley has a little bit more success through the air on the season, as Ashley 6th in Big Nine passing with 652 yards coming in.
But lots of interceptions for Ashley.
Man in motion, they'll turn, hand it off on a just a straight ahead dive play. Moses Garza on the carry, protecting that football as he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. That's where Jeremy Gregerson and company come up to make the stop. It'll be 3rd and 5 coming up for Moses Lake.
It's a big 3rd down play coming up here, although I think this will be 4-down territory for Moses Lake. But heck, we were watching the place kicker in pregame, Eric, and he's got a pretty good leg, so you can't say that. We'll see what Moses Lake does.
He does. The kicker, by the way, is Iden Bone. They list him as the PAT guy. We'll see if he would be the one to come out and try it, but they're a long way from kicking a field goal right now. 3rd down, a long 5 coming up, and back to pass. Ashley throws out to the left. The ball caught over there at the 20-yard line, and then stood up and finally dropped at the 16-yard line. Another first down for Moses Lake on the pitch and catch left side. This time on the catch, it was Gabe Lucio, a 5'10", 180-pound senior, number 28, coming up with the catch.
Nice throw again. This time it was by Everett Ashley, so we're seeing a little bit of Logan Spurline and Ashley in there. Both of them have thrown the ball well.
Call it a gain of 15 yards on that pass play as they're rotating in, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Spurline come in as a wide receiver in one of these formations.
Or his other position, tight end,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Pump fake over the middle, but pressure in the backfield. Going to be thrown down for a loss on the play. Good job up front for the Eastmont Wildcats, getting in and getting pressure and getting the first sack of the night. Give credit to Dominic Torres.
Absolutely. Great player, has been for quite some time. Came shooting through that right side, the left side of the line, through that gap, and a nice sack and a loss of about 10.
Loss of 11 yards on the play, all the way back to the 26, outside the 26-yard line. So the first sack comes at an opportune moment here for the Eastmont defense, as Dominic Torres, who's had a great season for Eastmont, comes through again. Motion man is Lorenz. A fake on the pass. They'll hand it off up the middle, and they gulp back some of that yardage they just lost on the sack inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line is number 19, Moses Garza.
It's about 6 yards for Garza now. Seems to be the workhorse here early on for the Chiefs.
They'll put the ball at the 19-yard line, so call it 3rd down and 14 coming up here for the Chiefs. Need to get to about the 5-yard line for a first down. They'll send Johnson wide to the right. Here wide right is Jackson Purcell. And back to pass goes Ashley, throws over the middle. The ball is caught. A well-designed play, and he's going to be close to a first down. McElwain makes the tackle. The catch.
Carmack, Eric, and a nice route from that right side. A little crossing pattern over the middle, and a nice pass once again by Ashley. And that will be really close to a first down.
They are going to say it is a first down and goal from the 5-yard line on the 14-yard pass play. And how about Moses Lake on this first possession of the ball game?
Really impressive on this first drive, absolutely.
So Everett Ashley leading the offense here. Will send Lorenz in motion. Thomas will get it around the 5, looking for the end zone, and he is in for the touchdown. Chiefs.
How about that? 5-yard touchdown run for Lorenz, Thomas, and Eric. I'll tell you what, Moses Lake had this ball almost the entire quarter as well. 5:43 left in the first quarter. And what a drive by the Chiefs on the road. You're an 0-8 team playing arguably one of the best teams in the Big Nine. Well, they are. Eastmont Wildcats, you go down their first drive and score. Perfect start to the game.
That is a statement against the number 2 defense in the Big Nine. 12-play, 88-yard drive. Ooh. Capped off by the touchdown run by Lorenz Thomas. Now the extra point to be added by Braden Millard. The holder is Ashley. The snap is back. The spot down, the kick away, and as we saw in the pregame, plenty of leg there. So it is good. We'll take a 60-second break and come back. You're watching Big Nine football tonight on the NCW Life Channel.
Thanks for watching High School Sports on the NCW Life Channel.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
What's your auto mocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Welcome back once again here to Wildcat Stadium, and a shocker here as Moses Lake takes the opening drive from its own 12-yard line, marches 12 plays, 88 yards. The 5-yard touchdown run by Lorenz Thomas, extra point, makes it 7-0. They ate 6 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock.
Is that amazing? You got to be impressed by that. An 0-8 team comes in here, like I said, on the road, plays a rival in the Wenatchee Valley and pulls off a first drive like that. That's how you do it on the road.
Braden Millard will kick it off here for Moses Lake. Has it teed up at the 40-yard line. We're ready to go for the kickoff, and we appreciate the officials working with us. We'll tell you more about that coming up. Gregerson will take the short kickoff, and he will get Eastmont decent territory out to the 43-yard line. Excuse me. Kickoff was returned there by Apollo Mora. No, it was Gregerson.
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I shouldn't second guess myself.
That was a tough run, too.
Yeah,
all the way up to the 44-yard line, like you said, Eric. Great starting position for the Wildcats. Now the Eastmont offense has to answer here. Moses Lake made it look easy on a very tough Eastmont defense. Can the Wildcat offense do the same here?
Jonathan Corona, the center, Andrew Snyder and Andrew Swan, the guards, Jack Goodmanson and Tony Ortega are the tackles. The quarterback, Corson Everhart, and Talley will go in motion. Number 2 rusher in the Big Nine. He's back in the backfield along with Austin Popoff, number 22. Corbin Keys over on the slot right. Number 21 will actually, it is Corbin Keys that goes in motion. Handoff, look out!
The touchdown.
Here comes Popoff, and he pops one for the touchdown on the first play of the game for Eastmont. Well, we wondered if they would answer back. 56-yard touchdown run, and just like that, the answer comes.
How about that? Only a freshman, Eric. We talked about this kid at the start of the season. He was only 14 years old when the season began. I don't know if he's 50. No, I'm talking about the wrong kid. That's Ruffin.
You're thinking of Ruffin.
But it's a 4-headed monster, as you mentioned, Eric, and Popoff definitely one of the 4 that pulled off that 56-yard run. That's how you answer a long drive.
So Popoff with the touchdown run. And for Austin Popoff on the season for the Eastmont Wildcats, that's his 8th rushing touchdown. Now Mago will try to tack on the extra point. The snap is by the quarterback, Everhart. The spot is down, the kick away, and the kick is good. We'll take a 60-second break and come back. You're watching Big 9 football tonight on the NCW Life Channel, all tied at 7-7.
Eastmont Wildcats.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires. You know, we've been helping keep folks safe on the road around here since 1952. That's why you can save up to $152 on a set of 4 select light truck and SUV tires during our fall tire sale. All with a service you deserve, but just don't find other places. Swing by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back once again here to Wildcat Stadium as we have a barn burner going here so far. Who would have thunk it? Moses Lake takes the ball on a grinding drive, 12 plays, 88 yards to score the first touchdown of the game. Eastmont takes 1 play to answer back on the 56-yard touchdown run by Austin Popoff. 7-7 our score.
Got a score down from Walla Walla too, Eric. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Walla Walla 7, Wenatchee nothing.
Ooh my, how about that?
Yeah.
Gregerson on the kickoff. High end-over-end kick going to be taken by Lorenz Thomas at the 15 on the return. 20-25. Look out, he's got room again. 35, 40 up the far sideline, and he fumbles the ball out of bounds, but it will stay in Moses Lake possession at the 45. Another good return. So Eastmont with some leaks in the kick coverage.
Yeah, special teams hasn't been great here early on, that's for sure. Is another good run back and good field position all the way up to the Moses Lake 45-yard line.
So that's where the Chiefs will start their second possession of the ball game. We'll see who the quarterback is, as they started with Logan Spurline, but then quickly went to Everett Ashley. It is Ashley, number 13 out there, as he has 4 receivers in the formation, 2 left, 2 right. He'll send 1 in motion, and that is Tristan Queen, and the ball goes to Queen up the far sideline, and I'll tell you, Moses Lake has come to play here tonight. There's a Chief slow to get up on the play on the far sideline.
Nice, 10-yard run right there once again. Is
down to the 35. That's longer.
20-yard run.
20 yards.
Yeah, right.
To the Eastmont 35-yard line, but we've got a Chief that is banged up on the far side of the field there, right where the block was happening. So we'll check the injury there and give you a little moment to recognize our sponsors here on the NCW Life Channel. Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call today for your free estimate. Also by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort trained specialist specializing in commercial and residential HVAC systems, online at dicksheatingwenatchee.com. Also by Global Car Care, a quality auto repair facility with highly trained technicians celebrating 25 years in the car care business. They speak your car's language at 1840 North Wenatchee Avenue. Well, they got the player up, and he's heading over to the sideline. He does require the assistance from the staff over there for Moses Lake, so always hate to see anybody go down, whether it's the home or visitor.
Right. Interesting stat here early on, and I know it's early. Eastmont defense second in the Big 9 against the rush. Moses Lake here already 71 rushing yards in this first quarter.
How about that? Again, 4 receivers in the formation here, as they'll send a man in motion and turn and handoff. And a dive play inside. Again, good push up front by that offensive line against the Eastmont defense as they get it to the 31-yard line, and they're using a ton of backs here. Sergio Guzman, number 9 on the carry that time.
I'm running out of room on my stat sheet for runners here.
4 yards on first down, so again, another gulp of yardage taken by the rushing attack for the Chiefs here, who came in last in the Big 9 on offense with just 912 yards rushing coming in. but almost a ninth of that here in the first quarter against the Eastmont vaunted defense. Pass over the middle. The ball is dropped. That ball was slung with some speed on it to Brandon Johnson, but I think he saw Jeremy Gregerson coming right at him, and the ball falls incomplete.
That gives you T-Rex arms real quick when you see somebody coming at you over the middle like that, and that's what Brandon Johnson saw. You're exactly right.
You can almost hear it if you run it back in slow motion.
That's right.
So it's 3rd down and 6 coming up from the Eastmont 31-yard line, and as you mentioned, you're 0-8. You got nothing to lose. 4-down territory, I'm sure, for Moses Lake here on this possession. Man in motion again. They're going to go option right. Ashley's going to keep it, and he is going to be awfully close to the first down. Got it to the 25-yard line before he's finally popped down as Max Frazier comes up with a stop. But again, it's a first down for Moses Lake.
Boy, just what they needed there to keep this drive alive. And the Chiefs, very impressive up front as well here early in this first quarter.
Well, they've got a mix in the offensive line of upperclassmen, juniors and seniors, and 235, 265, 235, 270, and 260 across the front. They are moving some groceries now.
They are moving some groceries and playing very well. I love that.
Substitution coming in as Gabe Lucio will check into the ball game. He'll split out wide to the right to the near side of the field. Out there along with Jackson Purcell on this first down and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout taken by Moses Lake. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. You're watching Big 9 football here on the NCW Life Channel. 3:46 to go in the first. All tied at 7. Moses Lake and Eastmont. We're back after this.
My awesome is being part of the Nez Perce tribe. We have a tourism company, and we highlight the history and culture of the Nez Perce people. I found Washington Trust Bank because they were very involved in the community. They believed in me. They definitely saw the need for this in our region. All the folks at Washington Trust Bank are phenomenal. They've done such a wonderful job helping me along my journey.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
First down and 10 after the timeout taken by the Chiefs here. Their coach taking his own sweet time to get to the far sideline. He finally does, so the officials will say, all right, here we go. As we're ready for football once again here on the NCW Life Channel. Is that your phone or my phone?
That's my phone.
Okay.
No score. I'm waiting for a score from Walla, so we'll keep you posted.
All right, and I'm waiting for a score from Davis and Sunnyside tonight. I got a feeling about that one. Back to pass. Here goes Ashley. Got some pressure. Flushes out of the pocket. Got a lot of green grass to the 20, 15, 10, and then popped out of bounds hard by Max Frazier at the 7-yard line. But again, another scramble and another gulp of yardage by the Moses Lake Chiefs.
18 yards that time on the run for Ashley around that right side. Had -2 because he had that big loss on a sack, but boy, he's getting it back in a hurry. Now another first down for the Chiefs.
Very impressive so far are the Chiefs in this one. And honestly, Grant, I watched several of their films of games this season. They were not looking very good. That's a much different team that's shown up here tonight.
Yes, all business tonight.
Everett Ashley sends a man in motion, gets the shotgun snap, turn, handoff, left side, inside the 5, dragging Dominic Torres down to the 4-yard line is the ball carrier, Sergio Guzman.
3 yards on that carry, his second carry of the night, the 5th ball carrier in this game for the Moses Lake Chiefs.
Chiefs started their first possession off at their own 12-yard line, went 88 yards on 12 plays. And this is the 8th play of this drive that has begun at the 45 of Moses Lake after that great kickoff return by Lorenz Thomas. Thomas, meanwhile, is out of the lineup here on a 2nd down and goal from the 4, and almost fumbling the ball. Ashley does fumble the football, but then covers it in the end zone, and we're waiting for the officials to indicate touchdown Moses Lake.
How about that? Ashley fumbled it twice actually on that runner, almost once. Then he did fumble it, hits the ground, picked it up in the end zone, covered it. Touchdown Chiefs, and up once again.
No quit in this Chiefs football team on their season, and wouldn't they love it to come in here and knock off Eastmont and eliminate Eastmont from the discussion about the postseason.
It would, too. It would eliminate Eastmont pretty much. If Wenatchee, of course, that doesn't matter in Walla Walla tonight.
No, the game that matters would then be Davis and Sunnyside.
Absolutely.
Snap is back on the extra point. The kick away, and it is good. We'll take just a 30-second break this time around. 30 seconds on our broadcast. 2:53 to go here in the first quarter, and the Chiefs are on top of the Wildcats. 14-7. We're back after this.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Moses Lake with the 8-play, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7-play drive, taking up 55 yards. And the Ashley 4-yard fumble touchdown run. Extra point makes it a 14-7 ball game with 2:53 to go here in the first quarter of play. Moses Lake came in to this game on the season offensively averaging 13 points a game.
Right.
They already have 14 points.
I noticed that, 13, right.
Yeah.
Do have a score from Walla Walla into the first quarter. Walla Walla 7, Wenatchee nothing.
How about that? Kickoff again taken by the up man here for Eastmont. The Wildcats going to have decent field position. Well, they only needed one play to score last time. As Nathan Chang takes that kickoff return up, and Eastmont will have it. They'll chalk it up at the 40-yard line. With 2:47 to go here in the first quarter of play, Eastmont with their second possession of the first half. We've had 3 possessions, 3 scores so far. I never would have predicted
the
this.
time of possession has been very lopsided in this first quarter.
Absolutely. So here comes Carson Everhart, sends Carson Talley in motion, and then everything stops. So Everhart steps back and looks over to the sideline for the signal here on what they want to do with a 4-man defensive front for Moses Lake. Everhart turns, hands it to Talley. Talley looking for room and has it, and has 10 yards out to the 50-yard line. Finally tackled down here for the Chiefs by Leo Cortez.
Just like that, that's how good Talley is. Second in the Big 9 and rushing with over 1,100 yards so far this season. Easy 10 yards on his first carry of the night.
That drive for Moses Lake, 3 minutes and 25 seconds off the clock, or 35 seconds, excuse me. In that last drive.
Look out.
Off again, Talley to the 45-40.
Look out.
Cutting it back to the 35-30. It's a race to the sideline, to the 20, to the 15, and then trip down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Carson Talley taken down by his counterpart number 4, Tristan Queen. A touchdown-saving tackle, but now we have a flag down at the end of the run.
42 yards for Carson Talley on that run.
I think we may have unsportsmanlike conduct coming against Eastmont after the run.
That'll take away 15 yards. That's what you can't have happen, can you?
The official, Dennis Brandstetter, our referee here tonight.
Eastmont
comes
moving back.
over to take a look, and it is, well, I'm not sure about that signal. Is that helmet to helmet contact?
I think that
and they called it against the offense.
Helmet to helmet block.
Helmet to helmet block.
Well, I don't know about a block. I didn't see it at the end of the run if Carson Talley put his head down.
It looked to me like he was just trying to keep his feet over there on that far sideline.
So that is during the play. So it was down to the 8.
That's good for another.
And they will say it is a Eastmont first down because the yardage was gained enough for the first down.
So what does Talley actually get then?
So he gets 25 yards.
25 instead of 42.
So first down from the 25. Ball right hash mark here. And the officials are trying to get everything set before they blow the whistle, ready to play. Now we're ready to go. Talley will shift back to the backfield here, and then Everhart will look over to the sideline. And he's got 3 people giving signals. 2 are decoys. 1 is the one he's looking for. And the pitch to Ruffin. Ruffin has a great average to the 25, jumps over a man at the 20 to the 15, and then tumbles out of bounds right past our camera. As the tackle was made for the Chiefs by Miguel Vea, but not before the gain all the way down to the 13-yard line. Another first down for Eastmont.
There's the freshman I was talking about earlier, Eric. Was only 14 years old. Has he had a birthday yet this season?
I don't think he has.
Still 14-year-old player out there. Amazing.
Well, Ruffins has a 10-yard average on the season. Got 12 there. Goes in motion again. They fake the handoff. Instead, hand it off to Popoff, who had a gallop earlier for a touchdown. This time he's held to a short gain down to the 8-yard line, a gain of 5 yards.
2 carries, 61 yards for Popoff, and Carson Talley, 2 carries, 35 yards.
That's not a bad average right there.
No, it isn't.
Let me tell you. Tight end, tight to the right side for Eastmont is Hunter Rule. As Popoff is in the backfield, Talley in motion. They hand it to Popoff up the middle to the 10, to the 5, and into the goal line, and he's in for a touchdown. Eastmont scores again, and at this pace, we're going to have 60 points per side tonight.
Popoff 7 yards on that carry. His second touchdown of the night. 3 carries, 68 yards for Austin Popoff in this first quarter.
Well, that's what Coach Don told us in the pregame interview. He doesn't care who gets the ball, and they do share the load quite a bit. Carson Talley gets a little more of the carries than everybody else, but they just want to get it in the end zone on the ground, and that's exactly what they've done 2 times here tonight. The Mago extra point is on the way, and good. And we're tied again with 1:32 to go here in the first quarter, 14-14. It's the Chiefs and the Wildcats, and we're back after this 30-second timeout.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
You're watching Big 9 football tonight here on the NCW Life Channel. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Grandstrom, and a barn burner here so far. All tied at 14 as we wind our way towards the end of the first quarter of play. Well, we talked in our pregame about Eastmont being the #1 rushing team in the Big 9. You got to stay with that, and they have so far, and taking up big yardage with every single time they carry the football.
No worries offensively, Eric. It's on the defensive side that the worry comes in. Eastmont can't seem to stop Moses Lake. The, second to last place team on offense in the Big 9, and Eastmont one of the better defenses. So to me, that's the surprise. The offense doing their thing, and I think they'll continue to do their thing. The Wildcats just need to stop now.
Jeremy Gregerson with the kickoff here, and Lorenz Thomas has been money so far for the Chiefs on the returns. This one he'll take in at the 9, across the 15 to the 20. Dominic Torres giving chase, and he's trying to strip that football as well. Thomas refuses to go down, finally does out at the 24-yard line. So a much better job by Eastmont on the kick coverage of Lorenz Thomas this time around.
And I think Eastmont part of the problem both on special teams and defensively so far in this game. Eastmont not tackling as well as they normally do. A lot of grabbing out there, grabbing jerseys, maybe trying to push a guy down. They're not tackling as well as they normally do.
Everett Ashley continues at quarterback here for Moses Lake, who's had a fantastic first quarter of action. So too is the running game for the Chiefs as they'll send Lorenz Thomas in motion. That's going to be an option left. Pitch back to Thomas. Cuts in, misses, makes one man miss across the 25 out to the 27-yard line before Gregerson finally comes in, and along with Schneider on the stop. But again, positive yardage on first down. That makes those next 2 plays to try to get a first down a lot easier.
Absolutely. Another nice play, too, by Apollo Mora, Eric. He's only a sophomore. A defensive back came in and make that stop.
So they'll put it at the 28-yard line. So they start this series. I put them at the 25. They actually are at the 23. They put them on the 25 where they started this series. So gain of 3 yards on the first down. 3 receivers wide left. When they have thrown the ball tonight, they have been on the money. 1, I think, incompletion so far.
Right.
Handoff, nothing happening this time for the ball carrier, Sergio Guzman, as Eastmont's Jeremy Gregerson is there first along with Dominic Torres. They make the stop. No gain on the play. 3rd and long coming up.
Those are the kind of stops we are accustomed to by this Eastmont defense. The front 4 always plays so well, and that's more normal defense for Eastmont.
You know, and Grant, I care who you are, and I don't care how much you have it drilled into your head. How do you not, if you're an Eastmont football player, be thinking about next week?
It would be so hard, and I'm sure Wenatchee's going through that same thing down at Walla Walla. Such a big game. They all know it, and it's hard. It's really hard.
That's the end of the first quarter. We're going to reverse the field and get a 3rd and 7 coming up for Moses Lake when we come back. And how about this one? We're tied at 14 through 1 quarter of play. The second coming up. You're watching Big 9 football on the NCW Live channel. We're back after this 60-second timeout.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
All tied at 14 after 1 quarter of play. 3rd and 7 will be facing Moses Lake when we get ready for the start of the second quarter. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Grandstrom here on the NCW Live channel. We have asked the officials to help us out on these commercial breaks so that we don't miss any plays when we come back. And I give credit to the Chelan County Officials Association. Dennis Brandstetter, our referee here tonight, willing to work with us on that. Look out, here comes pressure. Ashley somehow gets out of the pressure, gets it across the 30 out to the 32-yard line, and that is it. And the coach for Moses Lake is beside himself over there as Todd Griffith hollering out to one of his own players about, hey, I don't think you quite ran the right route there.
Right. Plus, the blocking wasn't that great as Ashley under pressure right away brings up 4th down. That why Coach Griffith's so upset.
So this will be the first punt of the ball game after the 4-yard gain. And Moses Lake has punted a lot this season. Lorenz Thomas with 31 points. He does have a 31.9 average. That's 4th best in the Big 9.
Kid does everything, doesn't he, Eric?
He does, that's for sure. And he'll run to the right. Looks like he's going to try to keep it, and he's going to be belted short of the first down yardage by Jeremy Gregerson over there. Hello, Mr. 7 takes him out of bounds, shy of the first down.
You know who else it was over there? The sophomore Logan Snyder, number 6, really put the pop on Thomas over there on the sideline. And he comes, Eric, as we know, from pretty good football lineage in here at the Eastmont Wildcat football program. What a hit over there on the sideline.
So it'll be Eastmont football, best field starting position of the ball game at the Moses Lake 33-yard line after the gain of just a yard on 4th down and 3. And a good idea by Lorenz Thomas. He just could not make it happen.
I actually like the call a lot by Coach Griffith.
So here comes Carson Everhart. He'll send a man in motion, and they'll pitch it out to him. This is Corbin Keys, his first carry of the ball game. Gets the corner, 25-20, 15-10, 5 into the end zone. Touchdown.
They're going to mark him out, Eric.
Oh, they're going to put him down at the 13-yard line. The official on the near side, Jeff Park, says he stepped out right here as he tried to tightrope his way, leaving a litter of bodies along the route. How about that run?
Still picked up 25 yards on that carry. They'll mark it down at the 8-yard line. So a nice run by Corton Keys and the Magnificent Four doing their thing here for Eastmont.
I love it. Corbin Keys came in 9th in the Big Nine in rushing. Eastmont as a team offensively, 2,375 yards
Crazy.
rushing coming into this game. As Carson Talley's in the backfield, they're going to turn and hand it to him right up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont.
Only the 3rd carry of the night for Talley. He makes this one count. 8 yards, touchdown. Carson Talley. Eastmont takes the lead for the first time tonight.
2 plays on the drive, 33 yards. And again, going for it on the punt. The fake punt.
And that's kind of the gamble you take when you do that, Eric. It really is. It's 50-50, right?
Everhart on the snap here. Chance Garcia on the hold. And Mago on the kick on the extra point. It is on the way. And it is good. We will keep it right here on the NCW Live channel after that touchdown gives Eastmont its first lead of the ball game, 21-14, and 3 more scoring drives on the ground. And those drives, I'll put them in quotes, air quotes, because they don't take very many plays.
Oh, that's a crazy how Eastmont can run the football. Great blocking up front as Eastmont's kind of finding their stride now on offense. I think they're still kind of shocked they've given up 14 points already in this game, but I think Eastmont's going to find their drive and their game here as we go on. And Eric, if you think back to Wenatchee and Moses Lake earlier in the year, Moses Lake played Wenatchee really tough in the first half of that game too, and then Wenatchee pulled away in the second. So I think Moses Lake just may be a quick starting team too.
Eastmont's run 10 plays. They have 3 rushing touchdowns on 10 plays.
And they haven't even attempted a pass yet in this game.
No. Our broadcast brought to you by Confluence Health, dedicated to improve their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities throughout North Central Washington. Also by Les Schwab Tire Center. Go online to leschwab.com to find a tire store near you. Be sure to check out their fall tire sale going on now. And by Biosports Physical Therapy. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Eastmont 148 yards on the ground so far in this game.
Wildcats going to have Cameron Pope kick this one off. This will be a little change of pace here. They've had Jeremy Gregerson doing the kicking so far. Pope approaches just a 3-step approach. And how about that? High end-over-end kick taken at the 10-yard line to the 20, 25, and spun around. The ball came loose. Who's going to get it? Moses Lake, I think, covered that football. The return by Tristan Queen. He was spun around and lost the handle. But
that was close.
He's thankful right now one of his teammates covered it, and decent field position for this possession for Moses Lake.
Boy, they've had it all night, Eric.
They have. Their worst drive start was their last drive start at their own 25. This one will start at their own 32 with 10:47 to go here in the first half. So let's see if the Chiefs can answer here and not lose their way. They've been able to run the football here in this game so far.
That's right.
First down and 10. They'll send a man in motion and turn, hand it off to a dive play. Nothing happening at all. Dominic Torres there, along with Max Prazer, meeting at the gap, shopping for a Sergio Guzman, and they put him in their purse.
That's the 2nd carry in a row. No gain for Guzman. Now has 4 carries, 7 yards. The 2 best players, to my opinion, on defense are 2 of the best. That's Torres and Prater.
Well, they're coming up with the last few plays here, the last couple of defensive stands. Dominic Torres kind of rotating his arm, his right arm, maybe got a little stinger on that tackle. The Chiefs looking at a 2nd down and 10. Ball just about between the hash marks here. Lorenz Thomas in motion. They're going to hand it to him, and he's going to be caught in the backfield. He's going to be dropped for a loss again. This time for Eastmont coming through on the play. Hunter Moore, the defensive end, shoots up there. 5'9", 205-pound junior. Stops him for no gain on the play.
I don't think he even got touched that time. Really no blocking up on front. He shot that gap as well and got right in there in a nice play. They're going to give him right back to the line of scrimmage, which is kind of a good spot, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So 3rd down and 10 coming up. Obvious passing down. So we'll see. This opportunistic defense has been pulling off quite a few pick six the last 3 weeks in a row. Lorenz Thomas in motion. They're going to go option to him. They pitch it to him to the 35. Switches hands with a football. Gets out to the 40. He's going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down, however. Good job of pursuit that time for Eastmont. And Logan Schneider, the sophomore, coming out to help out on the stop at the 40. Going to be a 4th and 2 coming up.
Looks like we're going to have another Snyder that's a great football player, Eric. That's second play in a row now he's made for Eastmont.
So Lorenz Thomas slowly walks back to a punt formation here, although the last time we saw him in punt formation, he kept the football. I think he's a little gassed out there right now as he's crouching down at the 30-yard line. Has his,
I don't think he's come off the field, has he?
No, I don't think so. So Thomas is dropping back for what would seem a punt here. Snap is back to him. He'll run to his right and then kick the ball away. Spiraling kick will sail out of bounds on the far side. On front of the Moses Lake bench, it'll be spotted out at about the 35-yard line, and that's where it will be, and that's where Eastmont will have it after the first actual punt of the game.
A little run to his right, 26-yard punt. That's not too bad. Nice spiral by Thomas as he stays out there. Like I said, I don't think he has had a breather yet in this game. He plays both ways on special teams, plays on defense, and, of course, 5 carries, 52 yards here in this first half.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Impact Auto Sales, where they strive to impact your life, not your wallet. You can expect a hassle-free car buying experience at Impact Auto Sales in Wenatchee. So here comes the Wildcats. They haven't taken many plays to do what they want to do. Here's a little reverse. Look out. It's Ruffins across the 45-50. Carson Everhart is downfield blocking for him at the 20, at the 15, and knocked out of bounds. Finally, by Moses Lake's Tristan Queen, but not before. There's a huge gain, and now a flag is resting at the 15-yard line.
54 yards on that run.
So we'll check the penalty, and we think maybe Carson Everhart, getting a little rambunctious on his blocking downfield, will pick up the penalty here. And actually, we've had a pretty penalty-free ball game so far.
We really have. It was right at the spot, too, so
10 yards, they're going to say a hold, as he took it down to the 15-yard line. And then the penalty will bring it back to the 25-yard line.
So a 44-yard gain still.
Has the ball at the 25-yard line.
So the Wildcats looking to add to their lead right now, as they have been a little shocked here by Moses Lake's upstart, as the Chiefs had led it until moments ago. Now man in motion, they're going to hand it off to Carson Talley up the middle. Carson to the 15, driving 3 bodies down to this about the 12-yard line. And just like that, another 11 yards and a first down for Eastmont.
Don't you love how Talley just picks and chooses his holes? He kind of is patient at the line of scrimmage, and once he sees an opening, he just darts through. Great runner.
Down to the 12 is where they'll put him, so a gain of 13 yards on that carry by Carson Talley. Second leading rusher in the Big Nine coming in. He's behind Everhart in the backfield. They're going to turn, hand it to Popoff, who's got blockers in front, down to the 5, and then tripped down at the 4-yard line. Tackle made for Moses Lake that time around by Marcus Duval.
Another 8 yards, though, for Austin Popoff. That's 4 carries, 76 yards in this first half for Popoff.
And Eastmont, as you mentioned, Grant, yet to throw the football.
You haven't thrown a pass yet.
They will bring in Lane Keller as a wide receiver, more as a decoy than anything else.
Yes.
Wide to the far side here on second down and short. Ruffins goes in motion. They hand it to Talley, and Talley is into the end zone. Another touchdown for Eastmont. 4th on the ground here in the first half.
2 touchdowns for Popoff, 1 for Carson Talley, and the Eastmont goes up by 2 scores. That was easy, and what a great job by Carson Everhart on that fake, and then the quick handoff to Talley. I don't think Moses Lake even knew it hit him, and Talley easily 4-yard touchdown.
That's what's so difficult about this wing T offense is you don't know who's going to get the football.
It's just total movement, yeah.
4-yard touchdown run by Talley. That's actually his second in a row here for Eastmont.
Right.
And now the all-important extra point, and it looks like they might have a different kicker out there for the extra point. It is Gregerson on the kick, and he kicks it a mile almost into the ivy by the scoreboard. And we'll take a 60-second break and come back. 7:22 to go here in the second quarter, and Eastmont's extended their lead to 28-14 over Moses Lake. You're watching Big Nine football on the NCW Live Channel.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers We're following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
My awesome is being able to share my passion for yoga. I found yoga in my mid-40s to help me kind of de-stress and calm down, and it actually changed my life. Washington Trust believed in me. I felt like, okay, they got my back. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go for it. It actually makes you feel like more brave. I do have a lot of awesome in my life.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
You're watching Big Nine football tonight here on the NCW Live Channel along with Grant Olson. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Eastmont with a 5-play, 65-yard drive. Took a minute 11 off the clock. The 4-yard touchdown run by Carson Talley, his second of the night. Eastmont up now 28-14. Get the drives here and the time of the drives for Eastmont so far. 11 seconds, a minute 15, a minute 23, and a minute 11.
That is amazing. I'm not sure I've ever seen that maybe in a half.
No, definitely not. So Eastmont taking things in big gulps here. Got to be careful. You might get indigestion. The kickoff again is going to be by Cameron Pope. High end over end, Lorenz Thomas at the 4. 10, 15 on the return. Looking for a wall. Finds it, but that wall happened to be a sea of red as he's across the 20 out to the 22-yard line, and that is it. Moses Lake hangs on to the football this time around.
Little Lorenz Thomas, though, he's so strong, isn't he, Eric? He wouldn't go down. 5'6", 165 pounds. The kid is a player.
Well, I think he gets in behind those big bodies and nobody can find him.
Well, that's
where'd the ball go? Where'd the ball carrier go?
Moses Lake down by 2 scores now. What kind of attitude do they have? And has the wind been taken out of their sails a little bit? We'll see. This is a big possession here for the Chiefs.
Yeah, see if they can answer. And an 0-8 team, you get down and you think, oh boy, here we go again. Handoff up the middle and nothing happening again. I think Moses Garza on the carry there, or maybe it was Sergio Guzman. Was that 9 or 19?
I think it was Guzman.
Yeah, Guzman on the carry, and not much happening there. Maybe got a yard out at the 23-yard line. And Eastmont, after their early problems trying to figure out how to stop Moses Lake on the run, seems like they figured it out.
They have figured it out, and I think they're gaining more confidence, too, after those 2 quick scores. And that was an eye-opener for them, I'm sure, being such good defense all season.
So Braden Millard comes in to usher the play in to Everett Ashley, who's been out there at quarterback. He didn't get the start at quarterback, but comes out, and he's been in there ever since that first drive of the ball game. He's going to keep it on the fake of the handoff, and maybe he thinks he should have handed that ball off as he's across the 25. Maybe the 26-yard line. Gain of 3 is going to bring up 3rd down and long coming up for the Chiefs.
7 carries now for Ashley. A couple of sacks in there. He's got 25 yards.
Ashley's a big kid.
Yeah, he is.
6 foot, 205 pounds. He's a junior.
He looks taller than 6 feet.
He does. Running the offense here for Moses Lake. Maybe he had a growth spurt after they did the official measurements before the season started. 3rd down and long coming up for the Chiefs. Call it 7 to go. Ashley back to pass. Look out.
Oh, boy.
Almost intercepted right into the hands of Nathan Chang, who already has a pick 6 this season. And maybe he was thinking end zone before he collected that one in.
That was very, very close. And, yeah, all he saw was green grass ahead of him. Now big 4th down coming up. Do you have an update, too, Eric, from Walla Walla? Camden Sermon, 3-yard touchdown run. Wenatchee now leads at 14-7.
Okay, and you got a report on that Nathan Blauman was not playing tonight.
Right, Blauman not playing tonight.
Okay. Was at practice yesterday.
Which means Carson Talley could take over the rushing lead in the Big 9 at the good night tonight.
Could be. Could be. Man in motion here, as they always do on their punt. Now Thomas will get this one away. Ooh. And look out, Wesley McElwain.
That's dangerous.
A dangerous one, and he thought he was going to get a good return on it. Instead, he will cover that loose ball back at the 48-yard line. But again, great field position after the second punt of the game here by the Moses Lake Chiefs, as Eastmont will have it on the plus side of the 50-yard line at the Moses Lake 48 with 5:48 to go here in this first half of play. And Eastmont could really squelch any fire that Moses Lake would have with a quick touchdown here.
Absolutely.
First down and 10, ball left hash mark. Tally in motion. Fake the handoff. Here's the first pass of the ball game. Looking wide open, and the ball caught at the 15, at the 10.
Touchdown.
Into the end zone goes Logan Easley on a 48-yard touchdown play. Great play call.
I love the play call. You have your 4 horsemen. You like that one now?
I like it.
Doing their thing. You let Carson Everhart toss it down the field, and look at the result. First pass of the night, first catch of the night for Easley, 48 yards. Eastmont now firmly in control.
Beautiful pass.
Gorgeous pass.
Logan Easley, after he collected it in, there was a chief there, but he just kind of gave a half-hearted attempt at a shove, and he takes it in the rest of the way for the touchdown. And now the extra point by Gregerson is on the way and good. So Eastmont kind of playing around a little bit with special teams on the kickoff and the PATs. Doesn't matter. Wildcats now lead at 35-14 with 5:39 to go. Or was that good? They didn't change the scoreboard here.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I can say that was good.
We've been caught by that before.
Yes,
here
we have.
at this stadium. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. Eastmont in control now, 35-14 over the Chiefs. You're watching Big 9 football on the NCW Life Channel. Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653. You're watching Big 9 football tonight on the NCW Life Channel. The drive, if you can call it that, one play, 48 yards pass from Everhart to Easley. Extra point by Gregerson makes it a 35-14 ball game here on the NCW Life Channel. Our broadcast brought to you by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Call the Pro Shop to schedule your time on their full swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 884-4653. Plan your next tournament or event today. Also by Town Toyota, your automotive home to quality and reliability in North Central Washington. So
nice moment just now, too, Eric, as Logan Easley and Carson Everhart simultaneously tap each other on the helmet there on the sideline.
The kickoff by Gregerson this time going to be taken by an up man at the 20 out to the 25, and that is about it. It's Tristan Queen on the return, and okay field position for Moses Lake. They'll start it at their own 27-yard line.
Another nice play on special teams by Nathan Chang, the sophomore. Boy, he just streaked down the field. I don't think he was even touched by a blocker and just tripped up the runner to hold Moses Lake to start now at the 27-yard line.
Well, I've been looking to see if I can get an update on what's happening down at at Davis High School tonight. Nothing coming in from their athletic director, so I'll have to ding him on that. 5:34 to go as Moses Lake gets the ball, but we first have a whistle. And now I think we're ready to go. Our officials probably looking to see if the green light was on that we've assembled on the sidelines here. Handoff to Lorenz Thomas, and that's going to be a horse collar on the tackle by Jeremy Gregerson. You could see
he
Gregerson.
Knew it right away.
He reached out and he goes, oh, well, I got the wrong thing here. So the gain was out to the 29-yard line, so they will add yardage to that on, well, it's been a fairly penalty-free ball game for the most part.
It really has.
But that's a big penalty there for the Wildcat defense, and that's the most positive thing that's happened for Moses Lake here in nearly a quarter. As Moses Lake came out, drove right down the field on a 12-play, 88-yard drive to score the leading touchdown of the ballgame, led it 7-0. Eastmont countered with a 56-yard run on one play by Austin Popoff. And then the Chiefs, again, with a 7-play, 55-yard drive, went up 14-7. It's been all Eastmont since.
Boy, Moses Lake owned the first quarter is the way to put that, especially time of possession.
But after the penalty there, the second of the ball game against Eastmont, now back to pass Ashley. He's got trouble, but carrying Dominic Torres, it's still going to go down as a sack back at the 43-yard line. But that shows you how strong the quarterback for Moses Lake, Everett Ashley, is.
Gosh, he just looks taller than 6 feet. Good-sized kid, though, as Eric mentioned, at 205 pounds. And, boy, he was dragging Torres with him there.
Got that down as the second sack of the night for the Eastmont defense. They may have one more than that, but I've got them for 2 on the ball game so far. Second down, 11, as officially it's a 1-yard loss on that one. Ashley in the shotgun here with a running back behind him, sends Thomas in motion. They're going to go option right, pitch it back to Thomas. Got a block at the 45 and then hammered down.
McElwain over there.
Wesley McElwain. 3 minus 1 equals 2. And Lorenz Thomas looking for a little help there. Got a good block on the corner. Takes it out to the 48-yard line, gain of 5.
Big third down once again. Aren't you surprised that as good an athlete as Logan Spurline is, we saw him a little bit to start the game. Nothing on offense now. I think we've seen him a little bit at times coming in and out, but you think he'd be a bigger part of this offensive scheme.
Well, and he's standing over there next to the coaching staff right now, so it looks like he's healthy and available. And a shotgun snap back to Ashley. Got pressure, throwing down the near sideline, overthrows his intended receiver. Looking that time for Austin Popoff, but do we have a flag down? I'm hearing whistles, and there's a flag in the defensive backfield, maybe a hold coming against the Eastmont defense.
Logan Schneider with his hands on his hip, standing at the 35-yard line, about a yard away from that flag.
It is a hold against the defense, and so that will be marked off from the previous spot and should give Moses Lake a first down into Eastmont territory. While they figure that out, a reminder, our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Automoca. Visit one of their 6 locations in the Valley, including the only Automoca with inside seating on 5th Street across from the college. What's your Automoca emergency? The penalty against Eastmont is their 3rd of the ball game. That's one thing that, if there's a negative for Eastmont this season, has been all of the penalty yardage that they have suffered. And I'll tell you what, when you look ahead to next Thursday and the Bridge of Sportsmanship and a chance at a Big 9 championship, you cannot have
That's not going to cut it, Eric. 17 penalties last week against Ike.
So the ball will be at the 42-yard line, first down and 10, and it is a little pitch play out to the right. And this time Sergio Guzman gets it ahead to the 40 of Eastmont, gain of 2 yards on that play.
Boy, tough night for Guzman. 6 carries, 10 yards for Sergio Guzman. We saw Garza carry it a lot at the first part of the game. Another penalty on the
No, you were looking for Logan Spurline. Here he comes into the ball game. They must have heard you, Grant.
A wide receiver.
He will split out wide to the far side of the field in front of the Moses Lake bench here. Let's see if Ashley tries to go his way. And the pitch back, and Ashley going to keep it, and spins, and awkwardly stumbling forward all the way down to the 30-yard line. Big gain on the play of 10 yards and a first down on a great option run there by Everett Ashley.
It really was, and he just used his size there and all of that 205 pounds to keep moving the momentum forward. He did, and now Moses Lake back in business deep into Eastmont territory.
First down from the 30 coming up for the Chiefs, showing a little sign of life here after they now trail it 35-14, and they led this one twice in the first quarter. First down and 10, ball right hash mark. Again, motion man from right to left. They're going to turn and hand it to him. Coming around the left side and tackled from behind by Gregerson and also Oscar Calvillo. Coming up on the stop after a gain of 5 yards. The ball carried that time by Jackson Purcell, who was lined up as a wide receiver. The option to him, and 5 yards on first down.
It's a different look that time by the Chiefs, but it did, hey, you'll take 5 yards on first down every time.
Absolutely. Gabe Lucio comes in for the Chiefs here as they try to dial something up here on a second down and 5. I don't know, what do you think? Play action and a little pass downfield?
I like that, yeah.
Second down and 5 kind of opens it up here a little bit. They'll send a man in motion, handoff, and a dive play this time. Good for 4 yards before being upended by Logan Schneider. He's had some good hits here tonight.
Yes.
But a gain of 4, going to bring up 3rd down and 1 from the 21.
Was that Thomas on that carry?
It was the number 9, Guzman.
Guzman, okay.
Just inside the 22-yard line, it'll be 3rd and 2 for Chiefs.
So 3rd down coming up. A small crowd here tonight. They had some water problems here where they have no services for the restrooms here tonight. They've got pressure out of the street, but somehow pressure here at the stadium went away. And a little motion, no penalty flag. Guzman's going to pick up the 1st down as he's tripped down at the 19-yard line. Jeremy Gregerson on the stop for Eastmont, and Schneider in there as well, but not before the Chiefs get another 1st down.
Clock moving, though. They better hustle up just a little bit.
They've got 2 timeouts left. They're under a minute to go here in the first half. And Spurline will come in off of the sidelines with the play here for Everett Ashley. He'll split out again wide to the far side of the field right. He'll go out there along with Jackson Purcell. Ashley gets the snap, looks right, throws light. Purcell is there, and so is the defense of Oscar Calvillo. That's going to be a loss of a yard to the 20-yard line. Good pursuit by Eastmont, and a great job by Calvillo to sniff that one out.
Absolutely. Nice play by Oscar Calvillo. He's been playing that position a long, long time, the senior. And he knew it was coming that time. Nice play, loss of 1.
Second timeout going to be taken by the Chiefs here as they take it with 29.2 seconds left in this first half. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Jefferson, Danielson, Son, and Aylward attorneys, delivering quality and innovative legal services to North Central Washington since 1946. Online at jdsalaw.com. Also by Weinstein Beverage Company, a family-owned business proud to support local high school teams. Find them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram. WeinsteinBeverage.com. Hey, a reminder, we're going to be back here at Eastmont tomorrow for that huge soccer game between Eastmont and Moses Lake. So we're going to have the Chiefs and Wildcats again here 2 days in a row, but this is for the district regular season Big 9 championship tomorrow.
It's going to be huge, isn't it?
It is. Sebastian Moraga had other arrangements that he could not free himself up from, so you're going to be stuck with me on the play-by-play.
Awesome. I'll be watching.
Matt Wisen on the color, and thank God for that. Somebody will be in the booth that knows something about soccer. But that's going to be a fun one tomorrow. Be sure and join us 1 o'clock for the kickoff here at the Wildcat Stadium.
We're going to see sunny skies, temperatures maybe mid-50s tomorrow. It should be beautiful.
Love that. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 11 after the loss of 1 on 1st down. Back to pass goes Ashley. Throws up the far sideline, and the ball caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Moses Lake. Beautiful pass play and the catch by Caden Carmack. The 6'3", 145-pound senior gathers it in for the score from 20 yards out.
That was actually, wasn't it 30? I think it was at the 30, wasn't it? Or
No,
was it the 20-yard line?
Yep.
Okay, what a play, what a pass. It almost is picked off at the goal line by McElwain. But then a nice reception by Carmack. Another nice catch by Carmack. He has 2 catches now for 35 yards in the game.
Iden Bone will try to tack on the extra point here as the snap is back. The spot is down. We got, I think the defense came off sides there.
Look at that kick. That kid's only a freshman.
Yeah, he is. Got a leg on him, that's for sure. So Moses Lake Eastmont to girls soccer tomorrow right here on the NCW Life Channel at 1 o'clock. And then tomorrow night, it is Davis and Wenatchee football at 6:30. If you missed that one from back on October 18th, Grant and I were, I almost said courtside. Well, that was the night Nate Blauman did hold court along with Camden Sermon. Davis and Wenatchee tomorrow night, 6:30 on the replay. And then volleyball on Sunday, Ike and Eastmont at 2, followed by Moses Lake and Wenatchee at 7 o'clock here on your home for local sports.
Well, I'm looking at my stat sheets, Eric, and you see all these plays for Moses Lake, hardly anything for Eastmont, yet the score's 35-20.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even think that that's the situation, but
of the Chiefs in this first half. So the defense was offsides on the point after touchdown. Now our referee, Dennis Brandsetter, has everything all settled here. He's out there along with Rich Halterman, our umpire. Headlines is Rob Tidd. Line judge Jeff Graham. The kick on the way and good. And so an impressive drive by Moses Lake. The back judge is Fred Carino. And the Chiefs and a touchdown. We will take a break and come back. 22.9 seconds left. 35-21 our score. We'll be back after this 30-second break. You're watching Big Nine football on the NCW Life Channel.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
Welcome back once again here to Eastmont's Wildcat Stadium, where Eastmont leads Moses Lake in this one 35-21. Impressive drive by Moses Lake. 12 plays, 73 yards, 5 minutes, 12 seconds off the clock. And Ashley connects with Carmack on the 20-yard touchdown pass. The extra point makes it a 35-21 contest. Got an update from halftime there, Grant?
Walla Walla, it's Wenatchee 14, Walla Walla 7.
High end over end kick will be taken. I think this is McElwain on the return to the 20, 25, 30, 35, out near the 40-yard line before he's finally huddled up by the defensive coverage team. Inri Pena will be one of the first Chiefs down there to make the tackle, but a decent return for McElwain out to the 39. You just expect every time he touches the football for something to happen.
He's a great football player. You just get that feeling, you're right, Eric, that something is going to happen, and almost made it happen right there.
So 14 seconds left in the first half. We'll see if Coach Michael Don decides we're just going to kneel on this, head into the break at half. And I think Dennis Brandstetter was asking Carson Everhart, what's your plan? What are you got going on?
I think
Are you going to do this? You're going to throw it? What are you going to do? And it looks like he's going to take a knee, and that's going to be it. Maybe. No. How about a pitch?
How about a double reverse?
How about a pass
play? How about a flea flicker?
Carson Everhart wide open with the catch. Austin Ruffins to the 10, to the 5, into the end zone.
Oh,
touchdown, Eastmont on the flea flicker.
60 yards. Unbelievable to Austin Ruffins.
Well executed play. It's one thing to design it. It's another thing to execute it.
You need blocking for that to work as well, and they had it there. Plenty of time to pull that one off because it takes a while to set that thing up.
And also it takes discipline for the offensive lineman not to get downfield as long as that play takes to develop. And a great job by Eastmont to pull it off on the 60-yard touchdown pass. Austin Ruffins on the connection with Carson Everhart. The extra point on the way, and it is good. How about that?
We talked about Carson Everhart not throwing the ball. Eric, how about 2 for 2, 108 yards and 2 touchdowns now before halftime?
That's incredible. That is incredible. Well, we talked about that going in, Grant. Looking ahead, we can look ahead. They can't, but we can.
Right.
Looking ahead to the Wenatchee game, and we've seen both of these teams play all season long. And the one big question mark was, okay, Wenatchee's got a very good defense. If they come up and say, okay, we're going to stop you running the football, Eastmont, and your four-headed approach, your four-headed horseman, whatever it was you said, the four horsemen, can they throw the football? Well, last week, 2 of their first 3 touchdowns at Eisenhower were pass plays.
Right.
Tonight, 2 big pass plays for touchdowns here for Carson Everhart.
Eric, you are exactly right. I don't think that Eastmont can beat a team like Wenatchee being one-dimensional, and they are proving tonight that when they need to, they can put the ball in the air. So Wenatchee better pay a little bit of attention that this isn't just a running team. That was some great execution on those 2 touchdown passes.
This doesn't help their drive possession, though, as far as time is concerned. That one took 11 seconds. And now Jeremy Gregerson will have it teed up and ready to go here from the 40-yard line on the ensuing kickoff. A squib kick down the middle of the field, and Lorenz Thomas will return it. Watch out to the 20, to the 25. Still on his feet. Dominic Torres got a hold of him and then finally ridden down for the Eastmont Wildcats on the tackle, Chance Garcia, and that will be the final play of the first half. One half in the books, another half still to come. 42-21 our score here at halftime. A lot of stats to run down for you coming up. Also, a recap of the first half, and out on the field, we're going to get to watch some Pop Warner football. They've got the kids here.
Love it.
And that's always fun because the helmets are bigger than their entire bodies. It's Pop Warner football coming up at halftime as well here as we entertain you with Big 9 football on the NCW Life Channel. Again, 42-21, Eastmont up by 21 at halftime. We're back after this 2-minute timeout.
Tonight on the field will be a...
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frapita mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate Frapita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha Frapitas.
A peach Red Bull.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales.
Where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
Thanks for joining us here on the NCW Life Channel at halftime. The Eastmont Wildcats lead the Moses Lake Chiefs by a score of 42-21. Nice little trickery at the end of the first half as Eastmont gets a score right before the clock winds out. We've got the little kids out there. Pop Warner football is out on the field right now here at halftime. Let's recap the first half for you. First of all, Moses Lake came out very impressive here tonight. Eastmont won the toss, elected to defer, so Moses Lake got the ball on the first. In fact, the kickoff return was fantastic by Lorenz Thomas, but a penalty put it back on the Moses Lake 12-yard line. That did not deter the Chiefs at all. They took the ball right down the field, 12 plays, 88 yards. Thomas would score from 5 yards out, capping a 6-minute and 4-minute drive. That put Moses Lake up by a score of 7-0. Eastmont got the ball back at its own 43-yard line and would take no time to answer as Austin Popoff would pop one for 56 yards. The extra point made it a 7-7 ball game, and that took just 26 seconds off the clock. The Chiefs would get the ball back again. Another good kickoff return. This time no penalty against the Chiefs on the return as Thomas took it out to the Moses Lake 45-yard line. And again, the Chiefs would have an answer. 7-play, 55-yard drive capped by a 4-yard Ashley touchdown run. It took 3 minutes and 35 seconds off the clock, and at that point, Moses Lake led it by a score of 14-7. Again, would Eastmont counter? Well, they certainly would on a 6-play, 60-yard drive that ate just a minute 15 off the clock. And Austin Popoff scores his second touchdown rushing in that first half on an 8-yard run. The extra point made it a 14-4 contest at that point. As Moses Lake got the ball back, they would decide to try a fake punt on a 4th down at their own 32-yard line, and Eastmont would come up on the big stop, and that really kind of slanted the game in Eastmont's favor as the Wildcats would take only 2 plays after that stop on 4th down. Talley would run it in from 8 yards out, and that would give Eastmont a 21-14 lead as we would head towards the second quarter at that point. And what was a first quarter that was surprisingly mostly Moses Lake. The second quarter, definitely all Eastmont. Eastmont defense forced a 3-and-out for Moses Lake to start the second quarter. Wildcats would get the ball back with 8:33 to go in the second at their own 35-yard line. And again, a short 1 minute, 11-second drive, 5 plays, 65 yards, tally with a 4-yard touchdown run, his second touchdown of the first half. That made it 28-14 Eastmont. Wildcats again would force a 3-and-out by Moses Lake. They actually punted the ball away this time, and the Wildcats will get it at the Moses Lake 48-yard line. That's when Carson Everhart on a beautiful play action would hit Logan Easley on the 48-yard touchdown pass. Extra point made it a 35-14 game. Would Moses Lake have anything left in the tank? They certainly would, as they got the ball at their own 27-yard line, and a nice mix of run and pass. Ashley would connect on a 20-yard pass play to Carmack to cap a 12-play, 73-yard drive, 5 minutes and 12 seconds off the clock. That made it 35-21, and we thought, at least I thought, that Eastmont might just kneel on the football, and that would be the end of the half. Oh no, flea flicker with 3 different handoffs and pitches. As it finally gets back to Everhart, he lifts one down the field and finds Austin Ruffins wide open, who takes it in for the 60-yard touchdown play with 3 seconds left in the half, and that's where we are here at 42-21. I'm interested to see what the stats look like in the first half. We will do that after this 2-minute timeout. And again, you're watching the Pop Warner kids out there here at halftime at Eastmont High School here on this next to the last game of the regular season, believe it or not, as we're in the month of November. 42-21 our score at halftime. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell, and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
My awesome is being part of the Nez Perce tribe. We have a tourism company, and we highlight the history and culture of the Nez Perce people. I found Washington Trust Bank because they were very involved in the community. They believed in me. They definitely saw the need for this in our region. All the folks at Washington Trust Bank are phenomenal. They've done such a wonderful job helping me along my journey.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653. Welcome back once again to Eastmont High School at Wildcat Stadium, where Eastmont leads at 42-21 over Moses Lake here at halftime. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Grandstrom here on the NCW Life Channel. Well, Grant, let's take a look at the numbers. I know the time of possession definitely in Moses Lake's favor.
Oh, absolutely.
What do the stats say?
Well, listen to this right off the bat. 31 carries on the ground in that first half for Moses Lake, and they spread it around. 5 carries, 59 yards for Lorenz Thomas. 6 carries, 12 yards for Moses Garza, and I think he might have got hurt a little bit in that first quarter,
so.
Eric. We didn't see him much after that. 1 carry for 5 yards for Logan Spurline when he was in at quarterback. The big rusher, 9 carries, 34 yards, and it was the quarterback, Everett Ashley, with 34 yards.
He's been a spark
not the leading rusher, but he carried it the most times for sure. Tristan Queen, also 1 carry for 20 yards. Sergio Guzman had a lot of carries. 2-yard average, though. 8 carries, 16 yards. So 31 carries, 146 yards on the ground for Moses Lake in that first half. Not much through the air, though. Everett Ashley, 4 of 7 for 48 yards and a touchdown. Logan Spurline, when he was in there, 1 for 1 for 9 yards. So 5 for 8 total through the air. 2 quarterbacks for Moses Lake for a total of 57 yards. Receiving-wise, Caton Carmack, 2 catches, a touchdown, and 35 yards. Jackson Purcell, 2 catches for 8 yards. And Gabe Lucio, 1 catch for 14 yards. So the Moses Lake Chiefs, 203 total first half yards. Now for the Eastmont Wildcats, big first half on the ground. Carson Talley, 5 carries, 60 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Austin Popoff, 4 carries, 76 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Corden Keys touched it once, 25 yards. Austin Ruffins, 2 carries, 56 yards, for a total of 12 carries, 217 rushing yards in that first half for Eastmont. Carson Everhart, by the way, boy, that's perfect. What kind of quarterback rating is 2 for 2, 108 yards, and 2 touchdowns? About as good as you get right there.
Yeah.
1 catch for a touchdown, 48 yards for Logan Easley. Austin Ruffins, 1 catch, 60 yards, and a touchdown. So Eastmont at the half, 325 total yards. Moses Lake, 203.
So that total by the Chiefs, you talked about 170-some-odd yards rushing? For
146 on the ground.
147 for the, okay, so Eastmont, through 8 games defensively, has given up an average of just 67 yards rushing per game. So that tells you what the Chiefs were able to accomplish in that first half.
They more than doubled that here in this first half.
We've got the Eastmont band out here tonight, and let's listen in and watch what's happening with the band here as they work just as hard as anybody else to get ready to entertain the crowd here at Wildcat Stadium, where Eastmont leads at 42-21. Here's the Eastmont Marching Band. There you go. Great job at halftime here of the Eastmont High School Marching Band as we're at halftime of this Big Nine matchup between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Moses Lake Chiefs, where Eastmont leads at 42-21. We'll see if we can get some other scores to pass your way and also give you a preview of what else is coming up here on the NCW Life Channel, your home for local television. We'll be back with more after this 2-minute timeout here on the NCW Life Channel.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
My awesome is being part of the Nez Perce tribe. We have a tourism company, and we highlight the history and culture of the Nez Perce people. I found Washington Trust Bank because they were very involved in the community. They believed in me. They definitely saw the need for this in our region. All the folks at Washington Trust Bank are phenomenal. They've done such a wonderful job helping me along my journey.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
Eastmont out of the locker room, ready to starting to warm up here for the second half. We've yet to see any movement over on the far side by the school where, Moses Lake just now emerging from the locker room. Well, Grant, if you're Coach Michael Don, what do you talk about here for your second half for your kids?
Well, I think first thing you do is settle down your defense a little bit. They've given up 21 points. They haven't done that maybe all year and a half. So it's kind of a shock to them, I'm sure, that they did let 3 touchdowns go by in that first half. So, get that corrected a little bit. Offensively, I love the way they're mixing things up tonight. I think this might be the best kind of offensive scheme maybe we've seen Eastmont run all year, with a mix between pass and run. We were joking that there were no passes at all from Eastmont in that first quarter, and then all of a sudden, a couple of big ones, and they made them pay for it.
Yeah, Everhart came in for the Wildcats, 7th in the Big Nine passing. That's not a high mark.
No.
30 for 72 is not bad. 526 yards is all passing. With 6 touchdowns and 4 interceptions on the season, his completion rate with 41.7% coming in. He's 100% here tonight.
100%, 2 for 2, and 2 touchdowns.
That'll help your average.
It sure will. That's a quarterback rating right there.
Absolutely. I was looking back in the history of the meetings between these two schools. They did not play in 2011 or 12. They played back in 2013. Moses Lake actually had a 5-year winning streak against Eastmont. We talked about that kind of off the air before the ball game, about how Moses Lake is a very talented team. They're a very talented school.
They are.
All throughout their sports, no matter boys, girls, whatever it is. They have a lot of pride, and they have dominated this series really with Eastmont over the past several years. Finally, Eastmont last year got the big victory over Moses Lake as Eastmont was on its run to the Big Nine championship. Moses Lake was hoping to come in here and alter their season. I just can't imagine, after such a successful program in all your other sports, to come out in football. And, of course, you have high hopes for the season, but then to come out and just go out to an 0-8 start.
It's really hard. New England's an enigma. They've gone 18 straight years. Very, very good team. There are ups and downs in sports. Yeah. Moses Lake going through a down period right now. Wenatchee went through it, what, 2 or 3 years ago, where they went 3 years with not very good football teams. So it happens. You know, athletes come and go. You got to have the athletes out there. Moses Lake, just maybe not as many as they're used to.
Yeah, if you're the coach for Moses Lake, Todd Griffith, you got to highlight the positives. They were able to move the football against one of the best defensive teams in the Big Nine, and especially against the rush.
And we're talking about, you know, a good scheme by Coach Don in that first half offensively. A great scheme for Coach Griffith and Moses Lake in that first half. They did everything right. Nice play calling, and their defense held when they needed to early and then gave up some touchdowns late in the first half.
We're going to take a break, get ready for the second half as our head referee, Dennis Brandstetter, comes over and talks to our crew about the light that we've fashioned here to tell them when we're live and when we're not. And by the way, here's a hockey score for you at the end of the second period at the Town Toyota Center tonight. The Wenatchee Wild lead Merritt 2-1 as Wild try to snap a 3-game losing streak. And also a score we got second half down in Walla Walla. It is the Blue
Walla
Devils.
Walla just picked up a fumble. They've scored twice now in 17 seconds. Walla Walla now leads 21-14.
Wow, how about that? Again, that doesn't count towards the Big Nine standings.
No.
But that makes it interesting as Wenatchee gets ready to battle Eastmont next week in the Bridge of Sportsmanship.
You think they're looking ahead a little bit.
60-second break. We're ready for second half action coming up next here on the NCW Life Channel.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly, sparkling water. Crack a smile.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Welcome back once again here to Eastmont's Wildcat Stadium, where Eastmont has come back after a kind of an interesting first quarter where Moses Lake, I ask every Eastmont player out there, surprised at how Moses Lake came out in that first quarter and popped them right in the mouth.
And, you know, like we said, they have a lot of pride in their football and basketball, their sports programs, period, at Moses Lake. They weren't going to come in here and just lay down, that's for sure. As you mentioned, a good rivalry going with both Wenatchee and Eastmont. Moses Lake, close proximity because the rest of the Big Nine's a ways away from these two schools. But Moses Lake's got some pride. They're not going to lay down here in the second half either.
No, definitely not. Eastmont will get the football to start this second half as it is 42-21 our score at halftime. And the kickoff will be handled here. Looks like Tristan Queen's going to do the job to start our second half. And he's not listed anywhere as a kicker. So onside kick to start the second half, Grant?
I think, you know, that'd be a great call. It really would. And at this point, you're down 3 touchdowns. What do you got to lose right now?
Eastmont showed some trickeration right before halftime.
Trickeration, I like that.
I think that's a George W. Bush term there. A little trickeration.
Strategery going on out there.
Some trickeration. All right, so, and Moses Lake is bunched up here. Watch out. Watch out. And it is an onside kick, and the ball is recovered by Moses Lake, but
did it go 10 yards?
It went 10 yards. I don't know if the kicker can be the first one to touch the ball on the onside kick.
He can't be. That's the rule. You can. Yeah, that can't be. He can't be the first one to touch it.
It went 10 yards, as you hear the Eastmont fan below us saying it. It didn't go 10 yards. It did go 10 yards before it was touched. However, I don't think the kicker can be the one to recover the football. The officials talking it over here. And now the side judge will come over and talk to Michael Don. And it
Defense
is
coming out there.
Moses Lake football. How about that?
I don't think that's correct. I really don't. But
yeah, and
now Coach Don is now they're blowing the whistle again.
Yeah,
Eric.
Michael Don is telling the judge over here on the side, Jeff Graham, the line judge, that it was the kicker who recovered the onside kick. And from my memory of football and the rules of football, is that the kicker cannot be the one to cover an onside kick. So it did go the 10 yards. There is no doubt.
It was right at the 10, that's for sure.
And how about me saying that, hey, watch this, Grant?
You called it, man.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't get many things right in my life. You can ask my wife about that. Hi, camera 2. Yeah.
Or better yet, our wives.
Yeah, our wives. Yeah, definitely. So the officials gathering to discuss this one.
I mean, I'm not sure what the conference is about, Eric. If that's the rule, then that's the rule, right?
Yeah, I think that the first touching will be at the 49-yard line, and that's where Eastmont. Well, they're going to give Moses Lake the football.
Or do they do it again?
No, they're going to give Moses Lake the football at the 49-yard line. He can't advance an onside kick. I think that's they mark the ball where he advanced and then was down. You can't advance an onside kick.
Interesting. I'm surprised.
I'm surprised that they're letting this go, unless this is a rule I'm forgetting, which it could be.
Me too.
But anyway, Moses Lake football at the 49-yard line of Eastmont.
It's a big break.
11:55 just underway, second half, and this handoff goes for little as Sergio Guzman will have his carry of the game?
Ninth
carry of the game. It's a gain of 1 to the 48.
To the Wildcats, the ball carrier Sergio Guzman. Moses Lake had the ball.
He's the guy we didn't think would carry that much. We thought it would be all Garza and Thomas tonight, and Guzman's been the workhorse.
Second and 9 for the
But as you mentioned, Garza, I think, got injured or dinged in that first half.
I think so, too.
Man in motion here. They're going to hand it to him. No, quarterback's going to keep it. Ashley, they're ripping at that football, trying to tear it away from him. He'll be stopped for a yard gain on the play as he is driven back. One of the first ones there, Caleb Garcia for Eastmont.
Max Fraser, too, Eric. He snuffed that out right away and put the big mitts on Ashley, and that was it.
Ball at the 47 of Eastmont, so third down coming up. And that onside kick just kind of throws you off if you're Eastmont, because you're thinking, okay, we're planning the entire half what we're going to do on our first offensive drive of the second half when we get the football. Well, they didn't get the football.
And Eastmont wasn't ready for it. Not at all.
In motion is Thomas. Throw over to the right side. The ball caught by Johnson. He's got a first down for the Moses Lake Chiefs to the Eastmont 37-yard line. And when they have thrown it tonight, Grant, they have been very effective.
And that's the first catch of the night for Brandon Johnson. We thought he would catch a few more tonight. 14 receptions, 209 yards on the season, 3 touchdowns, and that is his first catch of the ball game tonight.
Well, he had the alligator arms earlier in that first half.
Yeah, he did.
Jeremy Gregerson was coming streaming down at him. So a 10-yard gain on the pass play brings it first down to the Eastmont 37-yard line. Ball right, hash mark, 3 receivers wide to the far side of the field here for Everett Ashley. Back to pass, looks left, throws left. The ball caught by Lorenz Thomas. Thomas gets away from one man, drags him all the way inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on that pass play as the the tackler, Nathan Chang, hanging on for dear life, is able to bring him down.
First catch of the night for Lorenz Thomas, as Eric mentioned, 9 yards on that reception.
2nd and 1 opens up the playbook. Ashley was able to connect on a pretty pass play for a touchdown of 20 yards earlier in that first half. Let's see what they do here on a 2nd and 1. Send Thomas in motion. They turn, hand it off, and Guzman, or not Guzman. It was Sergio Guzman on the carry. He will have the first down to the 25-yard line before he's belted down there. Again, Schneider on the tackle. Man, he's got 15 tackles, it seems, on the night.
He's only a sophomore. Comes from a good family of football players, that's for sure.
Good lineage.
That's right. I tried to say that earlier. I don't know if I said it correctly. But
good gene pool.
Oh, I guess.
My brother jokes about his gene pool. He says he's got muscular dystrophy. Somebody pooed in his gene pool. Trips to the right here. At least he's got a good perspective about it. Throw out in the flat, and a a great block out there to the 20, to the 15, spun out of bounds inside the 10, to the 9-yard line. Lorenz Thomas.
14 yards there for Thomas. Been playing well, too. We mentioned he had almost 60 yards at the half on the ground. Another 14 there.
There are other fans down below us, aren't there, than just the one that we keep hearing all the time? I can't hear anybody else down there. It is a first down.
You know, that was
goal.
all possible. Jackson Purcell, you mentioned the block, Eric. The running back out of the backfield led the way for Thomas there, and a great seal block to allow Thomas to get around that corner.
Eastmont was screaming for a hold there, but it didn't come. Pass towards the end zone here coming. The ball is thrown a little bit low. Spurline is there, but he can't hang on to it. And it will go incomplete and bring up second down and goal from the 10-yard line.
And that's a pass Spurline really should have caught. It was a little bit low, but, man, that was a catchable ball right there.
We pondered off the air during halftime if Logan Spurline might be dinged up. He was the quarterback for the last few weeks. He was kind of out of the lineup, and he doesn't seem like he's feeling all that 100%.
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't. He's not moving like he normally does, and, yeah, just a little bit lethargic out there.
Second down and goal coming up from the 10-yard line. Eastmont backed up here after the onside kick was successfully given to Moses Lake on the onside kick to start the second half. A pass into the end zone. The ball picked off by Oscar Calvillo. He thought about bringing it out of the end zone. Now he's going to take a knee back there, and it will be a touchback as Calvillo comes up with the interception. And on the season for the Chiefs, that has been the biggest thing that has been a thorn in their side all season long. That is their 18th interception thrown by quarterbacks this year.
It hasn't. I think it's the 13th, isn't it, by Easley himself. Spurline has thrown the others, but that is the 13th interception for Easley so far this season, and a big turnover for the Eastmont Wildcats.
So Eastmont will have it at their own 20-yard line with 8:28 to go here in the third quarter, their first possession of the second half. As Carson Talley will bring up their Carson Everhart, that is, will bring up Talley and company. And the three-headed monster, if you will, and a handoff inside. Look out, here comes Popoff as he is tripped up across the 30-yard line. And Lorenz Thomas, shaken up on the play, is able to come up with probably a touchdown-saving tackle out at the 33, gain of 13 yards.
Just like nothing right there for Popoff. That gets him now to 89 yards on the day and a couple of touchdowns. Not bad.
Give him 14 on that one, actually, because they put it out at the 34-yard line, ball right hash mark, as Everhart looks at a four-man defensive front, sends a man in motion. They're going to pitch it back to Corbin Keys. Keys gets around the corner, dancing up the sideline, and then belted out hard there. As coming up on the stop for Moses Lake, Leo Cortez will pop him out of bounds, but a gain across the 40 to the 41, gain of 7 yards on that play.
Only a couple of carries for Keys, but 32 yards on the day for him. And just about everybody that touched the ball on the ground for Eastmont has had some yards tonight.
Second down, 4 coming up for the Wildcats. Ball across the 40, right hash mark is outside the numbers here near side. They get a wide receiver wide to the right, 2 receivers wide right. As a slot man there, slot man left will come back in motion, and Everhart wants to throw it. He throws it downfield, and this time misses for the first time here in the game. It was looking on an out pattern along the near sideline, and easily the intended target, and it falls incomplete, brings up third down and short. I like the play call, though. Second and short, why not throw the ball?
No, it's a good distance and down and distance to call that play. They did, and now I think it's back to the ground for the Wildcats here on third down.
Third down and 4 coming up from the 41. Again, the shift in the backfield by Carson Talley. Every time he shifts, then Everhart steps out of the behind center, looks over to the sideline, gets the signal, barks it out, turns, handoff, inside, look out, another big run for Popoff. He stutter stepped at the 45, inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line.
What a nice run. And great blocking on the right side of that line. Again, it was led by Jack Gudmundson, a 6', 200-pound junior. Did a great job blocking on the right side.
24 yards on that gain, and just patient running by these Eastmont running backs, waiting for the blocks to develop in front of them. Popoff hands up to the skies wondering what this play is. Everhart helps him out here on a 1st down and 10 from the 35 of Moses Lake. Handoff Carson Talley. Big hole on the right side. Talley puts a shoulder down and punishes the defender as he takes it inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Nice
Wow.
7-yard gain for Talley. His first carry of this second half. Now 67 yards on the night.
Eastmont has the ball at the 20.
2nd down and short again. 2nd time in a row they've had a 2nd and short. Let's see if they try to dial up another pass here on 2nd and 3 from the 28, right hash mark. Again, Talley in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Everhart rolling left, throwing left. The ball is caught at the 10, turns up the sideline and taken out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Another good pitch and catch along the far side, and I think Logan Easley is the man who came up with the catch. Let's see. It was, no, Kyle Stentz coming up with the, no, hang on. It was, yeah, Logan Easley. That's the second time I've second-guessed myself here tonight. I had it right to start with. Ball is down at the 7, gain of 21 yards on the pass play.
2 receptions for Logan Easley, 69 yards on the night.
How about that? 1st and goal for the Wildcats. And Everhart wants to go to the air again. Throws in the flat, and the ball is incomplete. He was looking for Wesley McElwain, who was in there as a wide receiver. Excuse me. No, it was Dylan Esparza. The intended receiver. Ball falls incomplete.
And that's a ball that has to be in the air before the receiver makes his cut in the end zone. And boy, timing has to be just perfect on that. Just a little bit high.
Just one-on-one defense over there. Kind of snuggling to the near sideline is Lane Keller. Finally, the defense sees him, and they come out to join him here on a 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Again, ball left hash mark, man in motion from left to right is Ruffins. They're going to pitch it back to him. Excuse me.
Oh, nice defensive
Corbin
play.
Keys, but a beautiful defensive play coming up defensively for the Chiefs that time. Hunter White, the 5'9", 145-pound junior, looked like one of the biggest guys on the field right there as he drops him for a loss back to the 12.
First loss on the ground of the night for Eastmont.
How about that? Corbin Keys on the carry. I think that was only, what, his 3rd or 4th carry of the ball game.
It was his 2nd, actually, yeah.
Logan Easley will split out to the wide side here left on a 3rd and goal now from the 12. Eastmont up 42-21 with 6:06 to go. A little reverse handoff inside. Boy, they got a lot of room as it is Corbin Keys again looking for the end zone, but a good job of converging defensively for Tristan Queen to take him down at the 6-yard line. 4th down coming up for Eastmont.
Good speed that time to corral him over there on the far side. Now 4th down.
Eastmont doesn't look like they're going to send the kicking unit out. Instead, they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal from the 6. Popoff will be about 3 yards behind Everhart here on this 4th down play. Motion man is Keys, handoff to Popoff, and no, they do not get it. Eastmont is stopped at the 4-yard line. Good job defensively for Moses Lake, and well, if there's moral victories to be had here tonight, then they'll take it as Isaiah Bernal comes up with a stop, goes over on downs.
That was a big stop for that Moses Lake defense. Been struggling a little bit tonight and showed their muscle down there at the goal line. By the way, end of the 3rd quarter down in Walla Walla, it's Walla Walla 21 and Wenatchee 14.
There must have been an injury for Wenatchee tonight from Nate Blauman.
It has to be.
Chasing the single-season rushing record. He has not played in the game tonight. So here we go. Moses Lake football. They're going to quickly throw the ball. Intercepted. Beautiful job of reaching for that one by Jeremy Gregerson. Picks it off, falling to the ground at the 16-yard line. And just like that, Eastmont gets the football back.
2 consecutive interceptions for Everett Ashley, now 14 on the season, and that is huge, giving Eastmont the football right at the Moses Lake 21-yard line.
Actually at the 16.
Oh, 16, I'm sorry.
That's all right. So Eastmont gets the ball right back there just 5 seconds after they gave it up over on downs. And you know the Wildcats are going to be hungry for the end zone this time around as Carson Everhart brings them back out here. as they just had a drive stall at the 4. One play later, they get it back. Here's the pitch to Ruffins. Looking for a block on the corner, has it at the 15, to the 10, and then down to the 5-yard line. Finally, the tackle made for Moses Lake on the right side by Leo Cortez saved a touchdown. Eastmont's going to have 1st and goal coming up from the 5.
Ruffins 3 carries, 67 yards, and a beautiful block by Johnson on that right side.
Eastmont offensive line has done well tonight. Jonathan Corona, the big 5'9", 250-pound sophomore, over the football, ready to snap it back to Carson Everhart, who sends Tally in motion. Everhart looking left, throwing left, another loft up, and incomplete. Looking for Easley. Now a flag comes out. Goodness.
Boy,
I thought that was good coverage.
So did I really did. And it wasn't even by the referee that was right on the play. It was by the back judge.
Leo Cortez had the coverage over there, and I thought that was just perfect coverage.
Boy, I did too.
Leo Cortez from Moses Lake.
The receiver, Logan Easley, tried to come back for the football. Now, the only thing I could say is that Cortez didn't look back for the football.
Well, he didn't. He was looking at the receiver. That's got to be it.
So half the distance to the goal. That's the second penalty against Moses Lake here in the ballgame that's been accepted for 18 yards unofficially. So it'll be 1st and goal coming up from the 3 for Eastmont. See if they just try to dive play up the middle. Popoff is the man who you'd think would get it here. Everhart also likes to take it himself on these plays. Ruffins goes in motion. They counter play, and slipping down at the 5-yard line, losing some yardage is Carson Everhart on that play.
That was interesting. It was kind of a dipsy-do. I think it was Popoff actually with the carries. Everhart a last-minute pitch to him, and then he was tripped up for a loss of 2 yards.
So it'll be 2nd down coming up from the 5. Now they just brought Dominic Torres in there, along with Max Prazer. And
That's awesome.
Dom's in the backfield. Watch out for number 50 here on a carry. Everhart turn. And a handoff to Dominic Torres, and he's stuffed at the 5-yard line.
And they were keying on him.
Ready for that one.
They were definitely keying on him.
First time tonight we call Saul Villa, the 6'1", 270-pound sophomore wearing number 99, helped to stuff the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down coming up, or 2nd down coming up from the, 3rd down from the 5-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Eastmont. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. You're watching Big 9 football. Well, the Wildcats lead the Chiefs 42-21. We're back after this.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. You know, we've been helping keep folks safe on the road around here since 1952. That's why you can save up to $152 on a set of 4 select light truck and SUV tires during our fall tire sale. All with a service you deserve, but just don't find other places. Swing by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Wildcats lead it by a score of 42-21. We're scoreless through the 3rd quarter as there's only 3:44 left in it. And now a full house backfield on this 3rd down play after the timeout taken by Eastmont. Everhart will turn and fake the handoff. Now throw out in the end zone. Looking for Max Prazer, and just off of his fingertips. Incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Was that ever close, and would Prazer have loved to score there? After 2 for 2 in the first half for Carson Everhart, 1 for 3 here in the second half in the air. But Eastmont putting it up a lot more than I thought they would, even with the big lead.
Absolutely. So they'll try a field goal here as Jeremy Gregerson will come out, and he'll put the tee down at the 13-yard line. So a 23-yard field goal attempt. They move the ball over to the left hash mark where it was on the previous play. So I'll get everybody adjusted here. The hold will be by Chance Garcia. The snap is by Carson Everhart. And the kickaway's got plenty of distance, and it's good. So the first field goal of the season for Jeremy Gregerson splits the uprights. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. 3:35 to go here in the third. Eastmont now 45-21 over Moses Lake. You're watching Big 9 football on the NCW Live Channel.
35 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The score, Eastmont Wildcats 45, Moses Lake Chiefs 21.
Welcome back once again here to Wildcat Stadium, where Eastmont's extended the lead to 45-21 after a 23-yard field goal by Jeremy Gregerson.
Update from Walla Walla. It's now Walla Walla 28, Wenatchee 14, fourth quarter.
Wow, looks like the Panthers might stumble on the road here tonight. Again, it doesn't matter as far as the Big 9 standings are concerned, but if Wenatchee wants to get good seeding in the 16-team tournament for the postseason, this will not help them here if they don't come up with a win here tonight. Meanwhile, Eastmont taking care of business against the Chiefs. A high end-over-end kick. Great kick by Gregerson, and it's Thomas on the 5 on the return to the 10. Look out for the reverse.
Look out. This is a
20, 25, 30. Out to the 40, and Gregerson pops the runner. Tristan Queen out of bounds.
Oh, that should not be a flag. Are you kidding me?
And a flag comes in late.
Holy cow.
Now, I don't know if there were words that were said after the hit, but that hit was completely clean. They're going to say a helmet.
Oh, my gosh.
Contact.
That is awful.
By Gregerson.
I'm sorry, but that is just awful.
My goodness.
There's our friend down below.
Yeah, our friend down here who seems
he's
like
right. He's right. It was a legal hit. Looked like from our, I mean, we're across the field, Eric, but wow.
Goodness. So
I just think, you know, these days of these, everybody trying to be very careful, which is a good thing, that even if it looks like it could be a bad hit or an illegal hit, that's going to get called.
It was a hard hit.
Absolutely. Any hard hit gets called a penalty
It
now.
was a thump put on by Jeremy Gregerson.
Wow.
On the kick returner, Tristan Queen. But the official says it was helmet contact to the helmet or leading with the head. And so 15 yards will be added on to the return. So Moses Lake in good field position here at the Eastmont 42-yard line with 3:24 to go here. Now a pitch back to Lorenz. He's taken down by Gregerson and also got some help there from, I think it was Nathan Chang on the tackle.
He's had a nice game tonight.
No gain on the play brings up second down.
Moses Lake needs something positive on this offensive possession. 2 interceptions on their last 2 possessions.
Loss of a yard actually back to the 43 on that one. So it'll be second down 11 coming up as Everett Ashley waits for the play to be ushered in from the far sideline here. Johnson will split out wide to the right. Coming wide left is Braden Millard. And in motion is Thomas. They'll fake the handoff to him, throw back to Johnson. Second time tonight he's heard footsteps. Drops the football. It'll be third down and 11.
On the coverage for the
Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call today for your free estimate. Also by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort trained specialists specializing in commercial and residential HVAC systems. Online at dicksheatingwenatchee.com. 28-21 now. Walla Walla leading Wenatchee in the fourth quarter down at Burleski Stadium. And look out, jailbreak. And a sack back of the 50-yard line. Third sack of the night. And coming up first for Eastmont was Caleb Garcia. Dominic Torres was there as well for Eastmont. And Ashley slow to get up. In fact, he's not getting up. No, it's actually one of their offensive linemen, Rhodey Raymond, the center, slow to get up. And now it'll be a 4th down coming up for the Chiefs from midfield.
8 there, Eric.
3rd sack of the night by the Eastmont defense. Smattering of applause for Rhodey Raymond, the center, who gets to his feet. Meanwhile, Moses Lake going to punt the ball away here.
Boy, I'm not sure I'd punt right now. I know it is 18 yards. You're at midfield, but it is a long way to go. If it was 4th and 8, it might be a little different decision.
Well, you have Lorenz Thomas.
Well, I'd be really wary right here if I was Eastmont.
Yeah, absolutely. They already showed that trickeration coming out of the half with that onside kick. And now the snap back. There's a new snapper in there, by the way. And a high short kick by Lorenz Thomas will dance at the 25, take a Moses Lake bounce inside the 20 and be down at the 17-yard line.
It almost looks like Thomas has the green light to kind of do whatever he wants out there, whatever he sees.
And I think that was the play back in the first quarter.
Yeah, I do too.
When he decided to try to run for the 1st down on a 4th down. It was 4th and short, and Eastmont made a great play on it and knocked him out of bounds after a yard gain. And that really seemed to swing the momentum of this entire football game.
It did.
So 1st down for the Wildcats from their own 17-yard line. Here comes the offense again, led by Carson Everhart. And he'll bring Austin Popoff back in, a shift to the backfield. And then look over to the sidelines for the play. Has what he wants. And now we'll take the snap from center. Turn, hand it off to Popoff. Running left. Popoff reaches out, finds a man, and then gallops ahead for 10 yards and a 1st down.
What a game that Popoff has had. 9 carries, 124 yards for Popoff.
1st down from the 27 after the 10-yard gain on the first play of this series for Eastmont. As we wind our way down towards the end of the 3rd quarter, minute 34 left. Only a field goal scored in this second half so far. And pretty good play there for the Moses Lake Chief defense, holding Carson Talley to a short gain and then awkwardly bringing him down. As it seems it was the defender, Beneshi Hernandez, that got the worst of that one, even though it was a kind of an awkward tackle.
Gave him about 4.
Out to the 31, almost the 32-yard line. So 2nd down, a long 5 coming up, or a short 6, if you will, for the Wildcats. Everhart will send a man in motion from left to right, and a handoff to Talley inside. Talley just driving his legs across out to the 35-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down for the Wildcats coming up with about 2 yards to go.
8 carries, 75 yards on the night for Carson Talley, 2 touchdowns.
Well, we talked about the 4 horsemen, if you will, for Eastmont.
That's right.
Between Talley, Popoff, Ruffins, and Keys. Keys in motion, as a matter of fact. And now they're going to have him reset here. That was kind of an awkward look to it.
It was.
But no, almost a motion penalty could have been whistled there, but they do not throw the flag on a 3rd and short. Here's a handoff. Look out, Popoff to the 40.
Oh, what a saving tackle
to save a touchdown by Lorenz Thomas.
Wow.
Out across the 42 to the 43-yard line, a gain of 8 yards and a 1st down.
Out to the 43-yard line.
That really was a saving tackle. There was a lot of green grass on the far side of the field for Popoff. Going for his 3rd touchdown of the night.
First closest person up the far side would have been the coach for Moses Lake, Todd Griffith. And that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter, where Eastmont is in front of Moses Lake 45-21. We're back with the 4th quarter of play right after this 60-second timeout.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Paprika Mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Welcome back as we get ready for our fourth quarter of play here at Wildcat Stadium. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Grandstrom. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Global Car Care, a quality auto repair facility with highly trained technicians. Celebrating over 25 years in the car care business, they speak your car's language at 1840 North Wenatchee Avenue. Eastmont with the football on a 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. As Everhart will send Keys in motion, they'll pitch it out to the right to him. He'll gain across the 45-50 into Moses Lake territory. Good block along the far side over there by his wide receiver Logan Easley, and he'll take it all the way to the 34-yard line on the pitch around the right side.
Nice blocking once again by that offensive line on the Eastmont Wildcats right side. Big game for Keys. Now deep into Moses Lake territory.
24 yards on the play as it's to the Moses Lake 34-yard line. Everhart, I don't know why they would do anything other than run here, and they hand it off again to Carson Talley. Talley reaches out for a fistful of his lineman's jersey and then cuts to his right and gets another 7-8 yards on first down.
Such a talented runner, just picks and chooses his holes, and he usually chooses right. Another 7 yards there, 82 yards now on the night for Talley.
We got to give credit to the guys up front here too.
Absolutely.
For Eastmont. Jonathan Corona was the one he was reaching out for as he got behind that big sophomore center for the Wildcats. Second down coming up and short for Eastmont. Call it 3 yards to go after 7 on first down. Pitch out to Keys. Keys looking for the corner, has it to the 20, to the 15, still on his feet to the 10, and then out of bounds finally at the 7-yard line.
20 yards just like that for Keys. Nice blocking on both sides of the line. Now this time the left side as Keys now at 78 yards on the night.
Incredible night for the offense, and credit to the offensive line with whom we will feature next week in the game prior to Eastmont and Wenatchee on the Bridge of Sportsmanship. We'll be talking with the offensive line for both teams, as a matter of fact, Wenatchee and Eastmont, coming up next week, so don't miss that pregame show starting at 6:30 next Thursday. Everhart back to pass, looks right now, looks back left, throwing to the end of the end zone. Touchdown! No, they're going to say he was out of bounds. I thought he got his left foot in bounds right inside the end line, but the officials say no, he was out of bounds. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and goal.
Unbelievable. He couldn't have been more open right there.
He was wide open. The question was, I guess, which foot he put down first. His left foot was in. His right foot was straddling the line. And I guess, according to the back judge, Fred Carino, his right foot touched down first. So 2nd and goal coming up from the 7. In motion is Keys. They're going to pitch it to him. If he can't catch a touchdown pass, maybe he'll get one on the ground. No, he'll be shut down short at the 2-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from there.
Corbin Keys once again the ball carrier for the Wildcats. Phoenix Hernandez on the Moses Lake.
Give him a gain of 5 yards on that pitch around the right side. Eastmont does have good team speed. Every one of these ball carriers can certainly find the edge. Wildcats sniffing the end zone one more time here on a 3rd and goal coming up from the 2-yard line. Motion is Talley. Everhart tossing for the end zone. The ball caught over there and the touchdown.
Nicely done in the corner. Didn't catch the number yet.
Lane Keller.
Oh, wow. Good for Keller.
With the touchdown grab, the 6'2", 175-pound senior certainly had the height advantage over on the far side of the field, and Everhart's finally able to connect with him for the touchdown for Eastmont.
3rd touchdown of the night through the air for Carson Everhart. Who would have thought that? As Everhart's putting himself together a pretty nice ball game.
And I think, I haven't been through all the tape, but I believe that's Keller's first touchdown reception of the season. Eastmont has not thrown a lot through the air. High snap, Mago on the extra point. And this time it is good. And we will take a 60-second break and come back. 9:59 to go here in the ball game. Eastmont now up 52-21. We're back after this.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Welcome back once again as we're ready for the ensuing kickoff following the longest drive of the game for Eastmont. And the kickoff high end over end, going to chase Thomas all the way back to the 8. He's got it set up on the other side of the field, fakes the handoff, and maybe he should have handed it off as he's tackled hard at about the 16-yard line. That's where Moses Lake will have it. Eastmont 10-play, 83-yard drive. Everhart on the touchdown pass from 2 yards to Keller. The extra point makes it 52-21. Eastmont in charge.
And lineman Dominic Torres on the stop on special teams. He gets up a little bit gimpy. He's trying to jump around out there, limping a little bit on that right leg. And when do you start taking your starters out now, Eric? Got a big game coming up Thursday. I think it's probably about time, 9:52 left in the fourth.
But I see most of the starters are out there on defense right now for Eastmont. And a turn fake, the handoff by Ashley. He wants to run it around the corner and is hit hard as he doesn't want to have anything to do with the tackle of Schneider here as the sophomore comes up and lays the wood to him as he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 19-yard line, gain of 3 yards.
Got a final from Town Toyota Center. Wenatchee Wild 5, Merritt 2.
Oh, so a good night for the Wild on, let's see, Paws and Claws night.
It was Paws and Claws night.
The celebration of Walt's birthday tonight as well. So happy birthday to Walt, the best mascot in the BCHL.
Absolutely.
Trips to the left this time on a 2nd down and 7 for Moses Lake. He'll send a man in motion, Will Ashley, and he'll hand it off to him. He'll cut it back, and this carry is by Tristan Queen as he gets it out across the 20 to the 26-yard line. That's going to be pretty close to a first down.
7-yard gain for Queen there, only his 2nd carry of the night, but does have 27 yards on the night.
And they're going to put him out across the 26, almost the 27-yard line, so that should be a first down for Moses Lake. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Confluence Health, dedicated to improve their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities throughout north central Washington, also by Les Schwab Tire Center. Go online to leschwab.com to find a tire store near you. We will have Les Schwab representative joining us next Thursday in our pregame show to announce the start of yet another Les Schwab Community Toy Drive.
Fantastic. And Eric, I know you're a huge part of that. Everybody does a super job last year, successful, trying to do it even better this year.
Absolutely. Reaching out to even more groups and community organizations that serve the youngsters in our valley. And the carry this time is Sergio Guzman, who takes it out to the 20-yard line, or 30-yard line, gain of 3 yards for him on that first down carry. Hope you join us for our pregame show next Thursday, live at 6:30, right after our newscast. How you do that, you're going to get from the studio to the sidelines.
It's going to be like magic,
in
Eric.
about 26 seconds.
It's going to be magic.
Second down coming up from the 30-yard line, ball right hash mark. Ashley turns, fakes the handoff, throws out the flat. The ball caught out there. I think that's Guzman as he makes one man miss. Still on his feet. And look out, it's Queen that takes it across the 40 out to the 44-yard line. Gain of 14 yards on that pass play and some nifty moves out there by the 5'9", 145-pound senior.
Played in a pretty nice game, both sides. I mean, running and catching. That's his first catch of the night for 14 yards.
I'm impressed with Moses Lake and what they've been able to do here against a very good defense, mixing the run and pass here tonight.
They've mixed it up just fantastically. They really had. Coach Griffith, a nice game plan here tonight, just outmanned. And more athletes on Eastmont's team, plain and simple.
Almost lost the handoff here, and Dominic Torres is going to make him pay for it as he slings the running back Jackson Purcell down on the play, and Purcell slow to get up after he was pile drive back at the 35-yard line.
You're going to mark it way up, though, almost to the 40, the 39.
What?
Oh, man.
He did. There's no way that he got forward progression to there.
That's only a loss of 5 then. Huh.
Second down and 30 from the 39-yard line. Second down and 15. As we have our one-man cheering staff downstairs here, as Braden Millard will split out wide to the left. Man in motion, the man who just carried the ball. Now the handoff. Look out, here comes Guzman across the 45 and out at the 46-yard line in front of the Moses Lake bench. One of his best carries of the night.
7 yards on that, and Eric, it is. He's been, I remember, I told you, just the workhorse. 13 carries he had up until that, 23 yards, so that is his best gain of the night.
Third down coming up for Moses Lake from the 46. They need to get to the Eastmont 46 for a first down as we wind our way through the fourth quarter. 6 minutes and 36 seconds left. 52-21 Eastmont in charge of this one. Moses Lake trying to get their way into the end zone again here for the fourth time here tonight. Man in motion is Lorenz Thomas, who has just been a workhorse. Pump and now throw, and the receiver open overthrew him at the 30-yard line. Oh, so close.
That was a great call right there on third down by Coach Griffith. Just a little bit overthrown. Play action pass, still the best play in football offensively, in my opinion.
And a great shoulder fake by Ashley there, looking for Brandon Johnson downfield. Had a step on the defender, just overthrew him a little bit. Fourth down coming out.
I don't think we're going to see a punt here. Lorenz Thomas back in punt formation, but I just can't see that we would see a punt here with 6:19 left, but maybe.
Did you ever play tag when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
I swear some of these kids like this, they were the king of tag because the way they can move around the field and just get away from people is amazing.
So true.
So here he comes. He's looking. No, he will punt it away. And a good spiraling kick will take a Moses Lake bounce inside the 20 and then go out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. By the way, I want to say something about the field here at Eastmont High School. This is the best I've ever seen this field look.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You told me after the coaches interview you did earlier this week that it looked great, and you are so right. This is the best I think it's ever looked, too.
Oh, especially this late in the season.
Right.
I know they tried in the past to keep the grass long to try to keep it nice and green, and there's a couple of dry spots out here, but for goodness sakes, it's November 1st. We've been without irrigation for, 2-3 weeks now.
All right.
And so I just give credit where credit is due to the Eastmont staff for doing a great job of prepping this field, and it's going to be a great location for that Bridge of Sportsmanship next week. And now a handoff inside for the Eastmont Wildcats, who had this drive start at their own 15-yard line with 6:07 to go here in the ball game.
Kind of a busted play that time as Gordon Keys ran into Carson Everhart after the handoff.
Gain of a couple of yards that time around. So second down and 8 coming up from the 17-yard line, we'll call it. Everhart trying to burn as much of the clock as he can here. As he'll send Ruffins in motion, they'll not pitch it to him. In fact, Everhart going to be taken down for a loss on the play as Moses Lake shoots through the gap, and a nice job defensively that time for the Chiefs. Was that Gage Garcia that got in there and tried
number
to get
99, Saul Villa.
Okay. I think Alex Svezchek also was helping out on the stop.
Make it from the 12-yard line.
First carry of the night for Everhart, Eric. -7 yards on that. That's surprising.
I'm not sure if Everhart meant to hand that ball off.
No, I don't know what he was trying to do there. It was so quick in the defense.
He does hand this one off, and look out. Here comes Popoff to the 40, to the 50. It's a foot race down the field to the 30, to the 20, 10. Touchdown, Austin Popoff will take it.
83 yards, Eric. 83 yards for Popoff, who is having already an amazing night. Up until that carry, had 134 yards rushing. And what a night for Popoff.
That was actually 88 yards because it was from the 12-yard line where the line of scrimmage was after the loss by Everhart on being taken down to the
222 yards.
How about that? Jeremy Gregerson going to come out here and try to tack on the extra point here for the Wildcats. They've been rotating kickers here with 4:43 to go and a 58-21 game. They'll try to make it one more here.
Wow.
Popoff. I mean, he just methodical through the line of scrimmage and finds that gap and look out. And this extra point is good. We'll take a break and come back with 4:43 to go here in the game. Eastmont in control, leading at 59-21 over Moses Lake. We're back after the 60-second timeout.
43 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. You know, we've been helping keep folks safe on the road around here since 1952. That's why you can save up to $152 on a set of 4 select light truck and SUV tires during our fall tire sale. All with a service you deserve, but just don't find other places. Swing by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing since 1952.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Welcome back once again here to Wildcat Stadium where Eastmont is in control now. 59, they score to 21 here over Moses Lake on the 88-yard touchdown run by Austin Popoff. Extra point up and good.
Sure didn't think we'd see 80 points at this point of the night, that's for sure. What a ground attack by the Wildcats tonight. Amazing.
Impressive. Cameron Pope with the the kickoff. And now it's Queen on the return to the 20-25. Look out to the 30. It steps out of bounds.
I think McElwain got blocked in the back right there. No flag thrown. And McElwain has been very quiet tonight.
Yes. By the way, speaking of quiet, we were wondering about Nate Blauman. You got a text back from the crew doing the radio broadcast down there.
And they said that he tweaked his back in practice a little bit on Wednesday, and they just made the decision on Thursday not to take a chance on it being a non-conference game against Walla Walla. So Nate Blauman, the leading rusher in the Big Nine, did not play tonight. And that probably is part of the reason Panthers down 28-21.
Well, that one certainly will be interesting to see what the final score is in that one. No doubt about this one as far as Eastmont getting the victory here and to improve to 8-1 on the season. And the handoff here to Lorenz Thomas goes for nothing. As Eastmont looks like they're getting some fresh bodies in there. This time the tackles by Hunter Moore. Actually, no, that's the starting defense still out there for the Wildcats. Loss of 3 yards on the play back to the 31-yard line.
8 carries, 70 yards on the night for Lorenz Thomas. And you got to consider that counts a 36-yard run he had on his very first carry of the night.
Wow. A drive for Eastmont, 3 plays and 85 yards, 88 if you count the loss back to the 12. And now we got penalty flags flying here, or we got a timeout? No, timeout before we can get the play started on a 2nd and long coming up from the 31. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Biosports Physical Therapy. Find them online at biosports.net, open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Also by Impact Auto Sales. They strive to impact your life, not your wallet. You can expect a hassle-free car buying experience at Impact Auto Sales in Wenatchee, and by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Call the Pro Shop to schedule your time on their Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 884-4653. Plan your next tournament or event today. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom. The reminder, we have high school soccer, the determination of the Big Nine regular season championship tomorrow on this very field, as we'll be here live with our pregame at 12:45, the kickoff at 1 o'clock between Moses Lake and Eastmont.
Couldn't ask for more.
Oh, I know. It's going to be a fantastic matchup, as Moses Lake has played really well down the stretch here to put themselves in a position to have a shot at the Big Nine championship. If the game basically ends in regulation, either team winning, then they win the regular season championship. They'll be the #1 seed heading into the postseason. There's a whole bunch of tiebreaker scenarios if something other than that happened. Here's a beautiful play on a pass backwards, and oh my, underthrew the intended receiver as
Dominic Henley had his hands almost on that football. A sophomore, 6 foot, 160-pounder Eric in there now, and I think it was just two right there. He's holding his hands up now like, how did I miss that?
Thrown a little bit behind him by Everett Ashley there. So it'll be a third down coming up from the 31. Call it third down, 13 here for Moses Lake, as they continue with Everett Ashley at quarterback. And it is Sergio Guzman in the backfield right behind him, about half a step. Ashley back to pass, throws down. The ball is overthrown. The intended receiver at midfield, looking downfield for Jackson Purcell. He had him open, just overthrew him, brings up fourth down.
6 of 15 now on the night for Everett Ashley for 69 yards through the air.
Eastmont has done a great job pretty much limiting
they really have
their success through the air and for the most part on the ground here in the second half. Good adjustments at halftime for Eastmont, that's for sure. So Lorenz Thomas, who's been a busy man on both sides of the football here tonight, will come in and apparently punt this football away from his own 20-yard line. Eastmont doesn't have anybody back, expecting that he's going to try to run for it. And so the ball will take a bounce at the 40. Moses Lake bounce and carry him inside the 30, and then trickle finally down close to the 25-yard line. And that's where it will be on yet another punt here for Moses Lake. So Eastmont will get it. And final score here tonight from Burleski Stadium in Walla Walla. It is the Blue Devils knocking off the Wenatchee Panthers 28-21.
And Eric, you mentioned that doesn't mean a whole lot because it's not a Big Nine conference game, but in the scheme of things as far as seeding goes in the state playoffs, this is going to hurt the Panthers as far as actually probably hosting a playoff game. The first one looks like the Panthers may have to go on the road because the committee, they consider how much you beat another opponent by, especially even in a non-conference game like this tonight. And Walla Walla, what, about the middle of the pack?
Well, they were, 500 team coming in.
Right.
So also what that tells you is that if Nate Blauman's not available next Thursday, he was held out tonight because of a stiff back.
Right.
If he's not available, that really limits the Wenatchee offense.
Boy, it does.
And we've got a little problem here at the snap with a false start against the Eastmont offense.
Lots of substitutes in there now as well.
Looks like they've gone with a complete second team here. So the quarterback is Ivan Corona. And he is out there. It looks like Guillardo Olivas is on the offensive line. We'll try to get the rest of those out there. Also out there is Sean Elidai, as Corona heads to the sideline to get the play. Elidai will line up as a tight end on the left here with two wing backs. Corona under center, sends a man in motion. Gonna hand it to him, and he is caught and hogtied by Saul Villa. Saul Villa comes up with the stop. That carry for Eastmont was by Jack Sparks. And no gain on the play, maybe even a loss of a couple of yards. It was a loss of 2 yards back to the 18-yard line.
Ball is at the 18-yard line. Second down and long.
6 penalties against Eastmont tonight, by the way, for 58 yards.
I think Coach Don will take that every game.
Compared to where they've
Absolutely. 17, as I mentioned last week.
Handoff right side. Look out. Here comes a run to the 35, to the 40, to midfield. Adrian Vivanco will take it all the way to the Moses Lake 30-yard line.
48 yards for Vivanco on that carry.
Adrian Vivanco. Tackle made by the
Everybody's running the ball for Eastmont tonight.
Oh, 52 yards on that. That was because they started, that was the 18-yard line where they started it. And take it all the way to the Moses Lake 30. So that'll be a big gain and a big first down for the Wildcats here as we wind it down with 2:18 to go here in the football game. Eastmont on top 59-21. They're going to turn handoff. Vivanco not going to have the success this time around as he is pile driven down by Isaiah Bernal. The 5'9", 205-pound senior comes up with a stop for a loss on the play back to the 32-yard line.
Under 2 minutes now. Eastmont firmly in control of this one. And Eric, I'm excited about next Thursday already. Now we can think ahead to next week, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It will be the 8-1 Eastmont Wildcats and the 7-2 Wenatchee Panthers. Of course, Wenatchee undefeated in Big 9 play. Eastmont with 1 loss. And it's an interesting tiebreaker scenario here. Vivanco got away from a tackler in the backfield and is able to get positive yardage to the 29, gain of 3 yards.
Nice play.
Now, if Eastmont's able to knock off Wenatchee, that would force a 3-way playoff. Now, that's provided that Sunnyside beat Davis tonight and then Sunnyside wins again next week. If it all goes to that way and Eastmont beats Wenatchee, then that would mean a mini playoff a week from tomorrow right now at Moses Lake.
Right.
That is the plan where they play 2 10-minute halves. And here's a beautiful throw downfield.
Boy, was that ever.
Caught at the 7-yard line. How about that?
22 yards on that pass. First pass of the night by Ivan Corona.
Brooks Travato on the catch. Number 23, the 5'8", 140-pound sophomore, also listed as a quarterback, collects it in from Ivan Corona. How pretty was that?
Unbelievable. 40 seconds now, Eric.
Ruthless Eastmont fans here at the stadium tonight. 30 seconds left in this one as the Wildcats are going to get the victory here. Turn handoff. There's a big hole. Look out as Vivanco will take it into the end zone. Touchdown. Adrian Vivanco from 7 yards out.
4 carries for Vivanco on this drive. 60 yards. It just got in the game. Not too shabby.
Not too bad. As Eastmont will eclipse the 60-point mark here tonight. 65-21 as the Wildcats churn up the yardage here tonight. Gregerson for the extra point, and it's on the way and good. And we will take a 60-second break and come back and wrap this one up. 65-21. Our score was 16 seconds left. We're back after this.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
You're watching Eastmont in Moses Lake tonight here on the NCW Live channel. Thanks to everybody who showed up on Facebook here to watch the stream tonight. Also on our website at ncwlive.com. They drive 7 plays, 75 yards, and the 7-yard touchdown run by Vivanco is basically his drive. He had the big, 52-yard run in there as well for the Wildcats, as it is Cameron Pope who will kick it off, and a low line drive will skip across the short cropped surface here at Wildcat Stadium. And now we got a flag thrown here as the play came to an end. I'm not sure what the flag is for, but a flag is thrown here on the near side. They're going to say it's a hold against the return team. Interesting.
Huh.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Town Toyota, your automotive home to quality and reliability in North Central Washington. Also by Automoka. Visit one of their 6 locations in the valley, including the only Automoka with inside seating on 5th Street across from the college. What's your Automoka emergency? And by Jefferson Danielson Son Aylward Attorneys, delivering quality and innovative legal services to North Central Washington since 1946. Online at jdsalaw.com. And by Weinstein Beverage Company, a family-owned business proud to support local high school teams. Find them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram, WeinsteinBeverage.com. So our final score tonight, 66-21. I will give credit to Moses Lake here. They came out and fought hard, tooth and nail in that first quarter, and had most of what they wanted to accomplish done in that first quarter of plays. They led it 7-0 and then 14-7. But Eastmont came back and really took control of this football game in that second quarter. And I think the telltale play was that 4th down fake punt attempt by Lorenz Thomas. Did not convert. Eastmont scores from there, and they just kept on scoring for the rest of the night.
Well, Eric, as we know and our viewers know, sports is a game of momentum, and that really changed the momentum back to the Eastmont side of things, and then Eastmont off and running, and wait until you hear the total yards on the ground for the Wildcats tonight. Unbelievable.
Carson Talley with, 2 touchdown runs on the night. Carson Everhart with 3 touchdown passes on the night. That's something that you don't really hear too much of when it comes to Eastmont as far as this rushing attack is concerned.
Austin Popoff 3 touchdowns as well.
Austin Popoff with the 3 touchdowns. In fact, we'll try to maybe grab both Carson Everhart and Austin Popoff here on our postgame show. I know everybody's all upset now that we're doing a postgame show, but we are, because we got to get ready for next week, gang. We got to get ready for the big game coming up.
Absolutely.
As we will have the Bridge of Sportsmanship next Thursday, and it goes to what we hoped it would, a battle for the Big 9 championship.
It's exactly what we wanted.
Thursday
night. It's going to be great.
66-21 the final. We'll be back with our postgame. Grant will have the stats. I'm going to run down and grab some players for interviews, and Coach Don as well. It's right here on the NCW Life channel.
What's your Automoka emergency?
It's a Frapita mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate Frapita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
My awesome is being able to share my passion for yoga. I found yoga in my mid-40s to help me kind of de-stress and calm down, and it actually changed my life. Washington Trust believed in me. I felt like, okay, they got my back. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go for it. It actually makes you feel like more brave. I do have a lot of awesome in my life.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales.
Where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
All right, Grant Olson, Eric Grandstrom back at Wildcat Stadium, where the Eastmont Wildcats have picked up the big victory tonight in big fashion over the Moses Lake Chiefs. Let's look at some final game stats, and we will begin with the Moses Lake Chiefs. Final score tonight, 66-21 in favor of the Eastmont Wildcats. Okay, for Lorenz Thomas, he was the leading rusher of the night for the Chiefs. 8 carries, 70 yards. Moses Garza, 6 carries for 12 yards. And I'll tell you what, Moses Lake had a tough time on the ground tonight. Logan Spurline had 1 carry for 5 yards. Everett Ashley, the quarterback, ended up carrying it 13 times. A lot of those on scrambles, 26 yards. 2 carries for 27 yards for Tristan Queen. Sergio Guzman, a tough night as well. 12 carries for 30 yards. And Purcell, 5 carries, or I should say 1 carry for 5 yards, for a total of 213 yards on the ground for the Moses Lake Chiefs. Through the air, Everett Ashley ended up being 6 of 12 for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. So total yards for the Moses Lake Chiefs on the night, 282 yards. I do want to mention Caton Carmack, 2 catches, 35 yards. Jackson Purcell, 2 catches for 8 yards. Gabe Lucio, he had 2 catches for 23 yards. And Tristan Queen, 1 catch for 14 yards. Once again, total yards for the Moses Lake Chiefs, 282. And now for the winning Eastmont Wildcats, an unbelievable night on the ground for the Wildcats, led by Austin Popoff. 12 carries, 222 yards unofficially, 3 touchdowns on the night. Carson Talley, the second leading rusher in the Big Nine, also had a decent game tonight. He had 9 carries for 82 yards and 2 touchdowns. How about Gordon Keys? 7 carries for 83 yards. Austin Ruffins, the freshman, had 3 carries, 67 yards. Carson Everhart, 7 carries, 60 yards. And also Adrian Vivano, who came in late in the game, 7 carries for 60 yards. Get this, folks, 38 carries on the night for the Wildcats. 514 rushing yards unofficially for the Eastmont Wildcats tonight. That may be one of the biggest totals on the ground that I have ever heard since I've been doing high school football. What a night on the ground for Eastmont. Through the air, not bad for Carson Everhart. He was 4 of 8, 131 yards. Perfect in the first half, 2 of 2. Didn't complete all that many in the second half, but did end up with 3 touchdowns for 131 yards. So the Eastmont Wildcats, 645 total yards in that win tonight. Through the air, Logan Easley caught 2 passes for 69 yards. Austin Ruffins, also out of the backfield, 1 catch for 60 yards to go along with his 67 on the ground. So that's 127 yards for the freshman. Lane Keller, 2 for 2. He had a touchdown. And Brooks Travato, 1 catch for 22 yards. We will take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back and send it down on the field to Eric Grandstrom for the NCW Live postgame show right after this.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
My awesome is being part of the Nez Perce tribe. We have a tourism company, and we highlight the history and culture of the Nez Perce people. I found Washington Trust Bank because they were very involved in the community. They believed in me. They definitely saw the need for this in our region. All the folks at Washington Trust Bank are phenomenal. They've done such a wonderful job helping me along my journey.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell, and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653. Welcome back here on the Postgame Show on the NCW Life Channel, where the Eastmont Wildcats knock off the Moses Lake Chiefs 66-21. Austin Popoff and Carson Everhart joining us here on the Postgame Show, each with 3 touchdowns. We'll talk about this passing attack suddenly that came from nowhere, it seems, coming up in a moment. But first of all, Austin, were you a little surprised at how well Moses Lake came out and played tonight in that first quarter?
Yeah, absolutely. We prepared like they weren't 0-8. We prepared like we need to play to our potential, and just came out a little slow in the first half and brought together in the second half, which is really good.
I don't know about a little slow. They go down and score after what? It was an impressive drive, 12 plays, 88 yards. And the question for us in the booth was, okay, will Eastmont counter? Well, not only did you counter, but it took you 1 play as you bounce it in there for 56 yards. Tell me about that play. You guys are so patient when you run that football.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to give a big shout out to our line. They did a really good job blocking tonight. Other than that, it comes naturally. Hole opens up, we hit it hard. Just can't really explain it other than that.
3 touchdowns for you on the night. You had a little tiny one in there, 8 yards, and then 88 yards on the last one. Again, I thought you guys were just kind of winding out the clock, but here you find yourself going up the sidelines to the end zone.
Yeah, absolutely. We just want to play to our potential next week, so we just wanted to end on a good note this week and go into next week strong.
Well, yeah, as Dan mentioned before we came back from the commercial break, we got what we were looking for next week with all the marbles on the table here. Carson Everhart, congratulations on the game tonight. Tell me about this passing attack. You guys, scored 2 out of your first 3 last week against Eisenhower out of the air, and you come up with it again here tonight.
Yeah, our big focus for this week was just giving guys shots when they're open, and it turned out well.
I got to ask you about that play right before halftime. Did the official ask you if you're going to take a knee? Because he came to you, and I saw him ask you something. I thought, Eastmont's just going to take a knee here. No.
Yeah, he asked what I was doing, and I was like, what do you mean? Like, I was so confused, and he was like, are you taking a knee or no? And I go, nah. And then we just had that trick play for the whole week. We've just been running it a couple times in practice, and it worked exactly how we practiced.
That was pretty sweet there. Also, I know you guys were really trying to get the ball to Max in the end zone there, just off of his fingertips, but a heck of a try, and then handing the ball off to Dom, too. That's special.
Yeah, just giving those guys on the opposite side of the ball a shot to just show what they got and just have fun senior year. Well, not for Max, but for Chado, senior year. Just let them have fun in these kind of games.
Okay. Now we can look ahead to Wenatchee. You guys have not been able to do it all season long. Austin, are you a little bit excited about next week now?
Yeah, I'm sure really excited. Ready to get out and prepare this week and see what we got against Wenatchee next week.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Thanks, guys. Congrats on the win here tonight. We look forward to seeing you this week as we get ready for the Bridges Sportsmanship. And it's going to be for the Big 9 Championship. How about that? We'll take a break and come back, talk to Coach Michael Don as we continue here on the postgame show. Eastmont takes care of business tonight. Beats Moses Lake 66-21. We're back right after this.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
It's a night where exposed skin at this time of night, you don't want to keep it exposed for very long, so we're not going to keep the coach too long here as Eastmont knocks off Moses Lake 66-21, the final. But they came out and punched you guys in the nose to start with. I was rather impressed with how they came out tonight.
Yeah, they came out really well. They exposed some things that we had some young guys. We started 6 sophomores tonight and sat a couple guys just trying to make sure we're healthy and ready to go, and figured it'd be a great opportunity to get some young guys experience, and it was. I mean, starting 6 sophomores on a Friday night is pretty, that's a lot of kids out there. So we're young, and they made some mistakes early, but we got them settled down, and they played a lot better as the game went on.
Yeah, I was impressed about how you guys were able to bounce back, not only by shutting down their running attack, but also after that first drive. I mean, you answer on one play. Austin Popoff pops one, and you've shown that over and over so far this season. You get a good hole, and those guys get into that second level, and look out.
Yeah, it's awesome. We got 4 kids and running back who are all explosive and can take any play to the house at any time. Tonight happened to be Popoff's night. They seemed to load up on Carson and try to take him away, and Popoff was just getting, and our offensive line's playing better and better. We had a couple guys who, got hurt early in the season, and we're seeing those 2 replacements, Jack Goodmanson and Jonathan Corona. To get their positions down. They didn't have all off season as much time to prep, and you're starting to see them come along offensively, and it's awesome to see our young offensive line gel and open up big holes for all our running backs.
You don't throw it a lot, but when you did throw it tonight, it connected well. Carson with 3 touchdown passes tonight, and that flea flicker before the end of the half, that was something special.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We have a tricks period every week where we work on a few things. We got a few in our belt every week, just ready to roll. And that just seemed like the right opportunity to run it. It was, we run a lot of rocket when we're trying to get near the sideline, get out of bounds, get a big play. And, we figured we could run it into the boundary and get that off. And a great pitch by Logan Easley, and then just a great throw by Carson Everhart. And he played really well tonight. He's kind of getting back in the groove. He struggled early in the year, but that was a good game for him and a good game for us.
Well, after the trip up against Sunnyside here a few weeks ago, you get what you wanted to get that matchup with Wenatchee and have everything on the line on Thursday. I guess you can't. Now we can look forward, Coach. We can finally look forward.
We can look forward to it. It's time to start breaking down Wenatchee film. It's hard for me. I've put it off. I've put it off on the side. I've been trying to focus on Moses Lake and make sure our kids are focused on Moses Lake, because again, anything can happen, and they showed that tonight early. They came out and hit us in the mouth early, and they did the same thing a couple weeks ago to Wenatchee, and they got some good kids, and they're young too, and they've got some guys making young guy mistakes, but what a great opportunity. You can't ask for any more. It's basically the reverse of last year, where we're both coming in. We've got the one loss in league, and they don't. And if we win, we force the three-way tie. Last year we were able to take care of business and get the one berth, and this year another great opportunity to play a really good football team with some really good skilled players. This game's always close, no matter what. I don't think it's been, since I've been here now 4 years, this game's been within 5 points every year. It doesn't matter who's playing better at that time. It just seems to always come down to the wire, and we're expecting a slugfest, and we're excited. The kids are going to have a lot of fun. I think the atmosphere here is going to be great, and I think if somebody stays home to watch it on TV, no offense, they're missing out on a great atmosphere. This is going to be a fun place. This place is going to be rocking.
Yeah, no, and we're looking forward to that as well. Don, congratulations on the win here tonight, and, we'll see you on Thursday.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Michael Don joining us here on the Postgame Show. That's going to wrap it up for our broadcast. Thanks to everybody for making it happen. Malcolm Whitehall back in the studios, running all the bells and whistles back there. We got Tucker Wagner in the van. We got Dan Kuntz, our line producer. We also have, of course, our camera crew here tonight that's braved the cold once again. We got Josiah Davison right here behind the camera here. We've got, of course, Rachel Mandelis up in the stands along with my own Marianne Grandstrom. We had Anna Nelson on the sidelines as well tonight, and that's going to do it here as Eastmont knocks off Moses Lake 66-21, and boy, are we looking forward to the Bridge of Sportsmanship with a Big 9 championship on the line, and who knows what happens after that. That's going to wrap it up tonight. Thanks for watching Big 9 football on the NCAA. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks for watching High School Sports on the NCW Life channel. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Confluence Health, Les Schwab Tires, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automocha, JDSA Law, and Weinstein Beverage. This concludes today's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCW Life channel.